Oh, does it work? Okay, good. I had to. Jay had to hold my hand as I changed setting because it's always audio. It's working.
Always audio.
So it's
Fantastic.
the mic spectralizer is a little funky. I guess it's working. I might anyway. Ending. Hi. Oh, okay. There we go. It's us. I'm joined today by Jay and.
Wow, are we
Hello.
live?
Yeah,
Oh.
we're live.
Oh shit.
Black screen. I thought I already set this. But... Yay! Hey, Specs. Path of Exile again. Gotta get my build guide up.
Whoa.
Off to the side. Whoa!
The super complex build guide.
Super. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, Grunt, I mean, we were discussing this a week, but how the hell this actually works. Because
Yeah.
the tree takes a massive detour at one point, and you need to spend, like, what was it, 20 respec points?
Yeah, like in the picture guide, it said 10, and if you follow either the pictures or the path of building, it works. But they tell you to use the path of building thing, which is like the third-party application to figure it out. And I didn't know that, and I started out going for the pictures, and then I went to the POB, and I'm like, wait, this is completely weird. And it turns out if I had actually followed it the whole time, I would have been fine. But I had to respec like 25 points to get it on track, and then even then I was like, But
Yeah, let's see, how many
I kind of got burnt out on the game as a whole, so I've been taking a break. But I'm still here to offer advice.
I have one orb of regret. This might not go well.
Nice. Well, hang on, press P. How many respec points do you have? 12. You get more of them as you go on. So
yeah, hopefully
you'll
I'll
have enough.
enough.
If you're following the POB and not the pictures, you should be good.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, have you been following the picture guide?
Uh,
Well, then just keep following the pictures. Don't
okay.
do what I did. Don't swap to the other one.
Pretty pictures.
Yeah.
The puppet
Or
mistress.
Or look at the passive building and see how wrong you've gone.
No, I didn't do that because I didn't want to download a third-party application, and so I was...
Oh, it's not that hard actually. But I get where you're going at. You shouldn't have to for a game like this. The fact that they don't just let you do it in the game is kind of annoying, but you know, we were lucky to get item filters working.
Yeah. I mean that's kind of shitty enough that you have to like get your own filters when there's like one de facto standard.
Yeah, NeverSync just kind of made a whole website for it. Like, here you go.
Yeah. How do you actually make those? I mean, it's nothing but like what, XML files or something?
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never done one myself personally.
INI files or something. It seems like it's just a lot of text.
Yeah, because you can make it so that way, like every item that drops pretends it's like an exalted orb and just assaults your eardrums with noise. Yeah. Just kills you.
It just reduces you to paste.
Well, no, you kill one monster and it drops so much stuff that it just crashes your client.
Oh yeah, literally.
That would be pretty cool.
Hey Brett. Oh hey Brett. Wow, long time no see. What you doing?
Whoa. I can't believe it.
I've played through this section of the game like maybe 3 or 4 times, so I'm not as familiar as with the rest of the game. I'm just gonna...
Which part are you at again right now?
I am in Act 7.
7 or 6?
It's a lot of bands.
Hang on, let's see. Puppet Mistress.
Only
Oh, sorry.
Only moderators will see that.
Kind of horrifying.
You're only at Act 6 currently.
Oh, am I?
If you're doing the Puppet Mistress.
Oh, I am. Oh, duh. Okay. All right. Yeah. You're right.
Are you in the Northern Forest?
Yeah.
Okay, find the waypoint there, because that'll take you to the Puppet Mistress.
Yeah, I had missed it on my way through here, so I'm in.
Oh, you fool.
No.
They're kind of laid out similar ways. like the old levels, when you find the waypoint, it's to the north. Oh,
Do you know what this is?
messages are just disappearing from the chat. What happened? Brent had typed stuff and it just disappeared.
Well, we're currently in the process of banning like 5,000 bots apparently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got an updated list of hate raid bots.
Oh, those are horrible names.
but-
That's just.
Yeah, so only moderators should be seeing the actual Team Rocket Pocket fan blank reason. But the on-screen chat is just naturally designed to fade after 70 seconds.
Oh, I meant on the Twitch sidebar.
So you're not seeing like a whole bunch of banned, are you?
No, I meant someone had typed some stuff and then it just disappeared one by one on the right side of the chat thing, not in the video window.
That's some good design there, Twitch.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, could you do me a big favor and just like read off anything anybody says, because I can't actually see anything.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna do a test.
I see it. Oh, and it's gone.
And there it goes.
Off the top of the screen.
Gotta be a way of stopping that.
Well, like
Yeah,
I
it's
can see
maybe
my
a
own
couple-
message there, but it's did it disappear for you guys?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
FYI, Shingy should only show up for mods. Okay, I just barely caught that.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, you could turn that off, Zombie, if you like hit the gear and hit show moderator actions. Like uncheck that.
Show moderations. Okay.
No, I was just worried because someone had typed something and I know they weren't a bot and then it disappeared, so I don't know.
Yeah,
Good
it should be okay now.
Yeah, that might take a while. Oh no, yeah, no, Specs is in.
There goes,
Message is
yeah,
gone,
my chat, my message is gone now.
Oh, figures. Yeah, that's gonna take a while too, because last I checked, still in like the B's.
Yeah, there's 3,000 names left.
Oh, hang on, I know why it's happening.
Yeah.
So on your end, it's probably listing a bunch of invisible. Like for us, it's invisible, but for you guys, it's doing the message of so and so is banned. So anytime we type, our messages are getting pushed up out of the window because all the other ones are cascading upwards. That's some really good UI design, Twitch.
Yeah. It's probably doing the same thing for everybody, but yeah, it's only got a message buffer of like say 200 messages or whatever.
Yeah,
and it gets
so
pushed up even if everything else is invisible.
yeah, so basically, yeah, there goes Specs this one. so literally,
Extra
because
Twitch.
I'm not a moderator, so I can't see any of the banned characters, but I'm assuming it would go by in like a chat message style thing on the right. That's why it's doing it. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's just some bad,
Oh my god.
bad
I
chat
was
design.
like, I thought Brent's message got deleted or something. I'm like, oh no, what'd they do?
Nah.
No, it literally just got pushed out of the way because of the website.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too much longer, and like honestly, I probably could have done it after the stream, but with the amount of hate raids that have been going around, I'm not in a position where I want to risk it.
Yeah,
I don't
probably
blame you.
Better safe than sorry. And I mean, there's the messages are still hanging around for like maybe 30 seconds or more, so at least I can.
Yeah.
On the plus side, if there is a hate raid, the banning process will just very quickly get rid of the chat problem.
Yeah. That is also true. It'll just buffer it away.
But I'll try to catch your messages as they come up and read them out. So,
Yeah.
no worries.
Your messages will be immortalized in the vlog. VOD.
Hey!
Vlog.
An orb of bread, just what I needed.
Hooray.
Let's see, wait.
What do you call a man at the buffet after hours? An orb of regret.
Oh my god, that was my joke, and I forgot about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, didn't I? No, it was like I was telling you I was doing a joke with you. I think actually, it's like what do you call a fat for who doesn't want to be fat anymore or something?
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
An
an orb?
Damn. You're making my dog howl like crazy with that horrible thing. I'm just
You're the
kidding,
one who
she's
said it
barking.
just now.
Shut up. I was talking to myself
Yeah,
Out loud on
on Twitch.com. You don't do that? You don't talk to yourself out loud? I'm sure plenty of people on this website do that.
when I'm in the car alone, yeah.
When I stream to an empty channel, which I've done.
Damn. Scream to the void, and the void said, buy these dick pills.
Yeah, Brett. I don't know how this how it works. We tried another website that like stopped working, so I don't know how we're now. Ask Jay, I guess. The avatars. But,
Oh yeah, the
like
words are staying. Hooray.
Yay, they stay.
You know what they say, fortune, fame, may remain. Gone insane, but the words still remain.
I didn't know there. What is this? Oh, okay, that's all right. I thought that was like a unique essence. But...
No, that's just the essence. The better essences get higher level things like that, so you know to pick them up. You can only get the purple ones from maps. I remember that much. Yeah, the purple ones you can actually corrupt into the corrupted versions, like Hysteria, Delirium.
But
An awesome electric arrow bow build.
Ah.
I forget what the hell I was trying when I originally played this game.
They've actually got a lot of. They've got another electric arrow build that's called Storm Rain, where it's like Toxic Rain but with electricity, and it's a lot jankier than you would expect it to be. It was introduced to this league, and like 3 people were playing it.
What's Brad?
No, you're good. You could literally say any mishmash of names like word salad, and it's probably a build in this game.
I want a build called Word Salad.
My favorite build in this game is Flame Dash Totems, because it's just a bunch of little RC cars zooming around.
Is there a build for like One Punch Man where you just like unarmed destroy everything?
You are actually, yes, there is, and I'll tell you why. There are builds you can do with unarmed where it's you get a jewel called Hollow Palm Technique, or you can get gloves that are called Face Breakers, which make it so unarmed attacks deal 6 to 800% more, or 6 to 800% increased melee damage. And then you can also get an amulet that's from a werewolf guy that makes it so your unarmed attacks have a crit chance, because normally they wouldn't, but with the amulet they do. So you can definitely do a One Punch Man. And there's a skill called Infernal Blow, which is terrible, but if you want to punch stuff and make them explode, that's what you do. So there's your One Punch Man build.
Okay, I may try that.
I don't know how well it'll work because Melee's kind of gone through shit, but I mean, all you need are the gloves and you're golden.
I would just do it for the laugh.
Yeah, it could be pretty funny.
I guess the game is a lot harder in the early parts now, but I mean, you could still, even if you didn't follow it exactly, it's still pretty fun.
Yeah, and once you get the gloves, you're good. You can use them as early as level 16, so it's either 16 or 14, I forget which, but those are like the main parts of it. I feel like you would probably do a Marauder or something like that, because they do a lot of like, they have a lot of builds. Probably do a Juggernaut Ascendancy, so you're tanky, and also punching things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten a picture of my character drawn in the Passive Exile armor looking like that, so that's pretty accurate. Yeah. It's like the Blob and the Juggernaut from the MCU had a kid.
That's kind of the same deal, aren't they?
No, one of them's in a big red armor and they're powered by a giant red crystal. The other one's a fat fuck.
Yeah,
No,
but I mean,
kidding.
they're both like, oh, I'm an unstoppable.
Well, no, the one guy can just bounce a lot. That's what I remember.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I must be misremembering. I thought he
No,
was just
Juggernaut can run and he builds up momentum and shit. The Blob he just kind of bounces
Hello
around.
again,
I don't
Noble.
remember exactly. I'm not a Marvel
Yes?
expert.
Hello again.
Hello again.
I kind of am now just because I've seen so many movies, but like back in the day, I didn't care about X-Men back in the day because the cartoon was too serious, and it's like, no, I want to watch funny stuff. Oh, now the serious cartoons. What the fuck?
Well,
Wait. Scary. A lot of shit in my inventory.
Alright, let's see if this will kill me. Oh, very slowly killing me. Nice.
I was
One with the
a
screen
weird kid
slow.
that liked serious cartoons.
It was the same thing as like when the cartoons are over and then it's like the news. Saturday. It was the same feeling. It's like, oh, I wanted to watch happy, funny stuff. And now shit gets serious. I love Batman the Animated Series now, but I didn't like it as a kid just for that very reason.
Oh.
Boy, it's Chaos Land.
It's chaos, the god of destruction.
Something kill chaos.
It really pissed me off years later when I realized, like, I mean, I wasn't a furry at the time when I was a kid, so I didn't like Road Rovers. I hated it because, oh, it's a serious cartoon. I hated SWAT Cats because it's a serious cartoon. And then I'm like, fuck, wait a minute, I could have been watching all this shit, like the Mighty Ducks too, and I missed all of it because I was just a dumb, like, serious cartoons. What do I do here? I thought there was like a big bad guy like right here, but I guess I gotta clear it out.
Oh, you gotta go down there and kill the tentacle thingies. There's still one on the left over there. The three of them in the corners, making the babies. You gotta go over there and get that one. Yeah. Alright, now we go up there. There's three of them. Nope. One more I think you gotta do. There's one to the left, to the right, and the middle. There you go.
Oh man, the X-Men cartoon, it was really good, but for me, being a child of the 80s, I was drawn to it because I watched that old pilot episode for the X-Men series that never happened, that the Konami arcade game is based off of.
Oh wow.
Really? That's what it's based off of? I didn't know.
Yeah, there was a pilot in the 80s, it was called Pride of the X-Men, and it had all the voice actors that would be in the arcade game. So Wolverine was like super Australian and all of that, and it kind of followed the same plot beats as the arcade game. Going all the way up to Asteroid M and fighting Magneto. There wasn't a Welcome to Die though.
Oh, I was just about to ask.
Welcome to Pride.
So, the 90s cartoon comes out, and you get to the Magneto episode, and for me, it was really cool because the guy who voiced Magneto played Lord Dredd from Captain Power, which was a favorite show of mine when I was very little.
Nice.
I keep forgetting that was an actual show and not just a CR game.
Not just a fever dream.
Yeah, there was like 23 episodes and one season, and then that was it. But I liked it.
Nice.
Same writing crew and stuff that would later do Babylon 5, and it kind of shows.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my boy. Oops. Yeah, my boy. Sorry, I like making weird noises when I burp. Makes them funnier.
Well,
To an extent.
see? That's
What
great.
the?
That was a hiccup.
You okay?
That was a hiccup, I'm okay.
I'm not
I
up
get
to
those
that just yet.
sometimes.
Oh yeah. Thanks to all the follows we got. Not last week. We took last week off, but the week prior. We are now 7 follows away from our goal, which
Nice.
when we hit 200 followers, I will be playing Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past randomized with crowd control enabled, meaning that you all can screw as my randomizer run.
That's cool. At the same time, I will be off stream playing with model kits probably because I'm not streaming that. What I just wanted to say. I hope the randomizer goes well though.
Me too. Like, we've done a couple Link to the Past randomizers on here. I did one where I went nuts looking for the lantern because it was in like the last possible place you'd expect to find it. And ZombieCat did one where I reversed the light world and the dark world on him.
You reversed the light world and the dark world, and you randomized every entrance.
Oh, and I put Ganon in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
that's I spent an entire day. I opened the way to the Swamp Palace. Or rather, I found the Swamp Palace, but I had to find the floodgates to open it. And I spent an entire day backtracking, going over the old VOD and like making notes on a map to try to find the damn thing. It was great.
I actually did that for the Zelda 2 randomizer, like the Death Mountain maze. I was sitting there like taking screenshots, and then it looked like a goddamn conspiracy theory board with like red lines connecting everywhere. And then I noticed that the cave I need to go to is right next to one cave entrance at the start. So really, that entire maze could have been bypassed. Good times. Yeah, we 200 followers. I'll be doing that, and sometime in the very near future, Iggy and Zombie will be doing a randomizer race. Since we figured out the how, I just have to get an overlay to show it properly.
Another damn god, you say?
The damned god will ever have another goddamn
Stay sharp
skill
out
point.
there.
I got 2. I got 1. And I get 1. Sorry, let's see what
Get my ass pounded in playing Risk of Rain 2 on Monsoon. Trying to beat it as Bandit, and it's not going good because Bandit sucks ass.
Tempted to try that. I hated the first Risk of Rain.
Oh, really? I like Risk of Rain 2. There's some fun characters in it.
Like Justin.
King, his time has almost come. Then hope will be... I will be gone. Please.
Hi, I
Take
didn't see
the
that.
black flag. It once fluttered from the mast of the Black Crest, Whalem Roth's ship. Throw it into the flames of the beacon. It's your only chance of reaching me, of turning this tide. The king can't keep secrets like this from me any longer. It's just the way of things. Find me, please, before...
She goes.
This wheelchair keeps generating an absurd amount of static electricity, and I just keep zapping myself.
Oh.
But
I've got a... Nah. Well, I mean, yes.
yes, but also no.
I've got an anti-static strip coming in on Wednesday that we can put on this thing. That new computer probably not a great idea. And Briscoe
Definitely
doesn't
not.
like it either.
2 Shrines of the Mountain activated in the first level.
So we watched Star Trek 2009 last night.
The
2
other
nights ago.
night. Yeah. It was okay.
Yes, this was Grunt's first time watching it.
I got nauseous at first because the people kept slapping the camera, but then they stopped doing that and it was better.
It's one of my guilty pleasures. I didn't like it at first. I kind of came around to it.
I always loved it. I like even bad Trek I'll enjoy. I found something to enjoy in Voyager. I found something to enjoy in Enterprise. I like Discovery. I accepted Picard.
Except
Picard dropped the ball.
it's weird how, like, I thought they were. I know Star Trek Online is canon, and they kind of, added, the Abrams universe to canon by saying, oh yeah, no, the Romulans really did get blown the fuck up, and now Picard's doing it too. So Abrams is finally relevant.
Star Trek Online's not really canon.
Well,
It's
it is
canon
now
as a novel,
because
but-
Picard did it now. So now the Romulans are blown up. Have a parallel universe. It's happened before.
Come on now, don't go all day.
And the people who got upset that, like, oh, this is ruining everything about the Star Trek history and lore. Well, there's an explanation. It's fine. Sorry.
That should make
I
things
will
interesting.
always. I hate the purists. the people that act like something new that maybe contradicts something, like sends some sort of pulse back in time that erases their DVDs and VHSs. It's like, nah, if you don't like it, just don't watch it and pretend it doesn't exist, like how I treated Voyager Enterprise.
But at the end of the day, it's a fun action movie. It's got just enough nostalgia to make you be like, oh, this is cool that they're using the old sound effects,
Not on my watch.
stuff like that. I don't know. I like shit like that. Like my favorite part in the old Elite Force game was when you come across that ship junkyard in space that has like old mirror ships.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
And it's like, oh, you go through the doors and it makes the old-fashioned whoosh, sound effect, and stuff like that. And it's like here, in Star Trek 2009, oh, they're powering up the phasers, and you get that noise of, like, a transformer powering up. They used for, like, oh, this is the sound of the phasers are making when they're powering. It's nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Speaking of Elite Force, I'm gonna grab that one day and stream it.
Yeah.
And there's a mod for Elite Force 2 that makes it co-op. That might be fun.
I didn't even know Elite Force 2 existed before, like, a week ago.
It wasn't very well advertised.
I only knew about the expansion pack of the first one where you got to play as Captain.
Captain Protons.
I like Elite Force because it let me run around the bridge and vaporize Janeway and Chakotay.
Oh.
They said you did the prig. I love that.
Yeah.
Best flask, there it is.
Tabletop? Yeah, we haven't on stream yet. But like, I love board games. I have a very sizable collection of board games that I can't play because of, pandemic and 100 miles from England, I actually know. And we do play like D&D. We wanted to get a Vampire the Masquerade game going for a while now. And we do have tabletop sims, so I mean, arguably we could throw together something sometime.
Yeah, speaking of tabletop sim and Star Trek, we did the VCR Star Trek game. Interesting.
Oh, that was so long ago.
Yeah, it was.
I think we did it wrong too.
Probably. That's okay. It's a board game.
Yeah,
Make up your own rules.
It's true. I owned that thing. Like, I don't know where it is now, but I remember I had it. Oh, Starfinder. Yeah, we have the Starfinder books. Actually quite a few from a humble humble bundle. Why is that hard to say?
Hello again, local.
A humble bumble.
Old Palmer, humble.
The Arnold Arnold Mumble.
Yeah, exactly.
Purple
Okay.
burglar alarm.
Fuck. Be careful, there's a burglar attacking.
Gambling with our lives.
Me every time
Oh, wait,
I
no,
wake
I
up
can.
in the morning.
I don't have. I'm not limited, am I?
Iggy and I have a bunch of the books through Fantasy Grounds, which honestly I prefer over Roll20, but you know, to each their own.
I always love a good risk.
And I have a hard copy of it here too. Hey, Resta Kiki.
Rest Kiki. Hey there.
Is that a modified emote? Nice. Yeah, I get that, Brent. What Iggy and I did was we actually bought the Ultimate license. So, like, as long as he or I are
Need something?
DMing with that account, anyone can join onto us with, like, the free demo
In a
account and
gambling
get
mood?
everything that we have access to.
Damn.
So, like, if
Good
they could
luck.
pull all the books from our library while they're connected to us, and you know, because we wanted to make it as easy as possible for people to join up with us. We just haven't really had the time to throw something together, or really like we don't have much social reach, so it's really hard to get a game.
Yeah, we pretty much do these streams, and then we like do movie nights on the weekend. And, like, if we don't stream, it's because we're busy with other things, so we don't really have much time to actually do stuff outside of this.
And I've just built model kits and play video games. And I only recently got into model kits when I turned 30, because that's what you do when you turn 30, apparently. You just find a new hobby immediately.
Well, yeah.
Well, yes, but actually no.
It's the early onset of life.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm 2 years away from the actual one, apparently.
When's that? 40?
40.
Oh. I feel like I've had a few of them already with all the shit my mom's gone through with multiple cancers, quadruple bypass heart surgery, so.
Yeah, I feel that.
I've already got gray hairs, so I've got something going for me.
Me too.
Hooray.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Hooray.
They're all on my left side, so I got this weird streak.
Weird.
Oh, nice. You kind of look like a Rogue or Rouge from X-Men. Whatever the hell her name is.
Not really. It's more like, no one's gonna get this because it's Star Trek, but like,
Oh.
in the series finale of the Next Generation, there's like a episode with future Data, and he like added some gray to his hair to look dignified, but it's like a skunk streak on the. I look like that.
Oh, you look like Skunk Data.
Yeah. When you
Nice.
turn 30, you either spec into barbecuing, pets, or hobbycraft.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
pretty accurate.
Yeah. Cooper went with barbecue.
Yeah?
Just a pick of a peninsula here.
But yeah, as far as tables, that hurts.
You doing alright tonight?
Um,
you, you're having trouble?
yeah, words are difficult today. Go figure. tomorrow Iggy will be streaming Dark Souls, and if you want to talk tabletop, use the shark to talk to.
Use the sharp to talk.
Black crab.
Yes.
And you haven't even met the biggest one yet?
Yes.
Oops.
The Chungus.
The big chungus crab.
I want it to be like the actual name, like it's like some impronounceable undersea name, but its title is the Chungus.
God. Slurpy and the chungus.
Yeah.
It looks like Cthulhu, but just fat.
Gotta burn your leg, but to do that, we gotta go through the most convoluted mechanism ever.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite part of the game. Not really, by the way.
You just light it on fire?
No, you have to
Oh,
fuel
Jay, no.
fire.
We gotta burn it specifically in this lighthouse, but to actually light the so that's the truth.
You gotta use fuel, use fire, use that which you desire.
Making videos.
Crap you.
Oh. Well, that's honestly neat. That's something I wanted to get into when I was in high school. And then that fell apart. A cooking
that,
YouTube
yeah.
channel. Oh, awesome. Yes, plug away.
So,
And I will give you a
sweet.
follow.
So, right next to it, otherwise it attack backwards too. If
You gotta stay right next to it, ass to butt with it, or else it moves.
it's the butt, yep.
And wait, actually, can't believe I was sitting ass to butt with it. That's what happened at the end of the Goofy movie. They're just sitting on a car floating down a river, and they're sitting butt to butt. There's no room on top of the car. It's really sad. Oh. That's how they sounded too. Only went off the cliff. They died.
Okay, that fuels this. And then we go. Oh, I don't have enough fuel. We gotta go over to the other side and do it again.
Yeah.
I don't like the implications of the phrase "crinkle their toes."
Oh my God, I mean, they do that in the movie. It's not good, but they do it.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just like
I associate crinkle with fries. Crinkle cuts.
I associate Crinkle with Crinkles the Clown.
Oh no. Who the fuck is that?
horrible bone noises.
Oh. Is that where Zombie got that from? Horrible
No.
bone noise? Oh.
Make these.
Oh yeah.
Crinkles is what they had before they had the elves. Rice Krispies.
Uh-oh.
Crinkles the Crown likes Rice Krispies because they crinkle in milk.
Crinkles the crown?
The Crown.
Crinkles
Oh
the
yeah, I
crown.
remember that fucking nightmare fuel thing.
Hi everybody, it's me, Crinkles the crown. Enjoy my crown.
Crinkles the Crown.
Crinkles the clown sounds like a
back in
German
the-
character.
Oh nobody.
Please don't tell everybody. I lose my job.
No, this is a true thing. There was a clown mascot like back in the black and white TV days, and it does sound like a German character. Yeah.
Like, hey everybody, it's me, Crinkles the clown. Very funny. And then you just see him
Look at
run
me!
up there.
Ah, look at me!
Yeah, he's like fucking exaggerating all those features and shit. Look at us! Haha! German's basically. Oh god. German's basically God, what's his name?
Cursed
I
to
forgot
be
his
the
name
undead
already.
slave of some lowly.
The dude that was in Ace Ventura.
Oh, oh yeah, no, I'm thinking the exact same thing.
He's
He's
like
like
a
a young
version
Jim
of
Carrey
Jim
if you
Carrey,
didn't get
yeah.
into like movies.
Yeah. That's what he reminds me of. He's very animated and stuff.
Yeah.
He does a lot of the same mannerisms.
Don't think I'm going to be bawling and chaining.
Talk to the guy. I don't know if he's supposed to be dead or
Dr. Eggman?
Oh yeah, he's a ghost. That's Roth guy. He's a ghosty ghost. But he's alive. He's alive but a ghost. He's a living ghost. Oh yeah, the Grinch. Everyone knows Jim Carrey as either Dr. Eggman or the Grinch. That's all they know, man. I'm wondering what they're gonna do with
watch that damn movie.
Oh, which one, the Grinch?
Oh, the Sonic movie.
The Sonic movie is really good. It's on Amazon.
it is not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah, here's the thing. Them redesigning Sonic was the best thing they could have done.
Oh yeah.
Because the movie itself is actually really decent, and if they had that design for the whole movie, it would be awful. Yeah,
I'll put it on the list.
well, I'm saying it's free to watch if you have Amazon Prime, and also if you have Amazon Prime, you can use that to subscribe to one channel a month for free. Maybe do it here. Wink, wink. Who knows?
Hun, we gotta. Hun, oh no.
Yeah, we gotta.
But tonight was supposed to be RoboCop.
Yeah, and Owl House and Marvel's Who Done It. I mean, what if?
Done it.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
we
'cause we
didn't
did
do it
last night.
last. We were gonna do it last night, but then Jay went into a coma for 20 hours and then awoke. Like Nosferatu.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah.
It was
Nosferatu? You mean? Wait, what?
Yeah, he awoke like Nosferatu and flipped the light switch on and went, oh fuck, I'm late. You don't remember that episode of SpongeBob?
No.
Where he was flipping the light switch and they're like, Nosferatu.
Sit down and watch Blippi.
No, I don't want to watch Blippi. I saw there's some toys that were branded Blippi at Walmart in the clearance section and I couldn't have been happier.
What's Blippi?
He's a weird YouTuber. He's like, hello everyone, my name is Blippi! That is green and blue, and I love those colors! He's really weird and eccentric, and it's like a kid's show thing, but on YouTube. He's terrifying.
Sounds like Jacksepticeye.
Kinda is. Top of the morning to you, my name is Blippi! I'm Blippi the clown!
That's like fucking oh god, what the hell is his name?
We're just doing impressions of YouTubers here, that's all we do now. Oh, he doesn't ask the parents' permission. Oh, fuck it, right, yeah, Blippi's terrible. He's like a kid show host, but he doesn't ask for permission.
Permission to do what?
I don't know, go
What
to
does he do?
places.
What does he do?
There was one video I heard that he went to like a place, it was like a children's ball pit or something, where there was actual kids there doing shit. And he's just going there going, look, this ball's blue, and oh look, this ball's green, and this ball's blue and green. And the parents are in the background just scowling at him like, what are you doing here? There's children here. Like he's just being interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, Brent knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's people in the background, like he does this stuff in public without like telling people, hey, I'm filming something. He just goes there and starts acting weird.
That's
Something interesting. I'm trying to be nice as possible.
I love that I still don't know if you guys are making shit up or not.
I'm not. That's the thing. I know whenever I talk about shit, I have like this weird cadence about my voice where it just sounds monotone and it sounds like I'm making it up, but I'm not. I swear to God, if you look
Candace?
up you know what I mean.
Cadence.
Cadence.
Candace, you know, at
Cadence,
The
whatever.
Office.
Yeah,
Candace.
you know what I meant. Don't get
Yeah.
me started on the archipelagos.
But no, your accent earlier was like Lemmy meet Jacksepticeye.
Oh yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Oh god damn it, give me the hiccups.
I want to want anything. I'd like to drink some water.
Any,
Water.
Oh, I still have some tea left.
I'm gonna drink some water.
Who the fuck's Vinny? Bunch of Daffy
Fuck is Vinny?
Pounds.
Who the fuck is Vinny Vinesos? Ah, he does the funny videos. Ah, that's pretty good. I'm good at doing all these other accents that aren't my own. And it's specifically because I was homeschooled and my parents' accents are from all over the place, so none of them make sense.
How many accents can they have? 2?
Well, no, like between the two of them, it's like a neutral American accent. Like my mom was from upstate, like up northeast, and my dad was from Florida. So, and I was homeschooled in the South. So, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. Oh, the worm scarf saved me. No, well, it looked like a worm scarf. You know, in Risk of Rain, there's a jellyfish boss that his unique item that he drops is a thing that wraps around you, and when your health goes low, it does a big explosion AOE when your health is low. So that's what just happened. But I have a thing that makes my health permanently half, so anytime I get hit one time, I'm really close to dying, so I just immediately proc it, and it's like, oh fuck. I gotta be careful. Yeah. You'll get caught up in the last cannon. Oh, let's see this purple burglar alarm video.
So, I don't know if I should admit this. Playing an idle game lately. Rather an increment.
I was gonna say, are you playing Cookie Clicker again?
No, I've played Cookie Clicker through like 5 times.
It never gets any better.
Never gets any better.
It only gets worse.
No, it's called the Perfect Tower 2, and it's like a tower defense game, but there's only one tower.
Oh.
It's like, okay, you defeat enemies as they come up to hit your tower, and then you get resources to buy better modules to make your tower. And then those get on your construction yard back in town to mine, so you can get resources, factory, so you can build resources.
Well, that's cool.
It just
Goes on forever. I like that. It's neat.
But the actual like tower defense part of it is really
Poor
boring
corrupted
because
creature.
it's literally just your tower in the middle, and then like rows of cubes come to attack you. And it's,
Rows of cubes.
yeah, and it's like, okay, you're either a glass cannon and you kill like literally everything with a billion hit point, attack, or you stack up defensive modules and then just sit there and then reflect all their damage and wait like 5 hours for it to finish. There's like no in between. It's either you're dead in one hit or you're like massively defensed up.
So,
Where the hell am I going?
So what you're saying is you're basically playing a square version of Balloon's tower defense.
Actually, I've never actually played that. I've seen it a few
Balloons
times.
is fun. You get little monkeys and they pop balloons.
Not free though, is it?
No, it's not. It seems like it should be a free game, but it's not. You have to buy it. The music's cool. There's like 1 or 2 songs that I've heard in it, but my favorite one is the one that sounds like a Angry Birds song. It's like dun 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 dun, like that. It's nice and runny. I don't know how to describe music.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Tower defense.
I might actually check that out because I tend to get into moods every once in a while where it's just like, nah, I just want to play something. I can just watch numbers go. I would not have to do anything.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh my god, this gravity thing is dragging me away to hell. Why? I got caught up in a gravity well and a beam. There's enemies in this game called grandparents, and they can shoot blasts of stuff that like launches you away.
Just like
Yeah.
That reminds me of that one game that Markiplier was playing, where like one person's the granny and the other three are babies, and the grandma can like launch the babies into the stratosphere.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
I've seen that. That's
So
crazy.
courageous. Such a fine
I'll pull it
example
up
of
after
womanhood.
stream.
Oh yeah, here's the
I
plot
sadly knew
twist.
you wouldn't
Nessa was
disappoint me.
corrupted the whole
Or my
time.
husband.
She was
Oh,
a bad
no.
mermaid.
You see,
She's gonna
His
drag us
Majesty
down to
could
the
never be
depths of the
satiated on his
To
wedding
feed
day
her
by one
husband, the
fat
fish
alone.
man.
Thank you.
It
my
it
dear
wasn't
sister.
Who's Your Daddy
I
because
shall
like
always treasure your company.
it's the same concept, but like the babies can pick up like tasers and throwing knives and
And kill themselves with
a whole bunch of shit. And the grandma can just like football kick them. And,
Oh,
and they go,
I think I know that game because I think there's like, is that the one where you have to like prevent the babies from like hurting themselves and the adult has to do chores and shit?
That's Who's Your Daddy.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
yeah. The one I have to look now.
Oh, yeah. This boss is unfair. The music's cool, but the boss is unfair.
I hate any boss that can just make himself invincible whenever he wants.
Yeah. Kind of crappy.
Oh, it was literally Granny Simulator.
Oh. Nice. Don't forget to buy the pension DLC. Yeah, Granny starts every match with $500. She can use it to buy weapons.
You and your brother play stuff like this, he always convinces you to play on hardcore. I'm sorry.
I would never play hardcore in Path of Exile with how glitchy this shit is. I love
Well,
the game.
at least it doesn't, like, you know, delete your character. It just takes you to the normal server.
Yeah, but then it's like, what was the point of doing hardcore to begin with?
See how far you can get.
Yeah, well, until the server fucks you over, then it's like, well, that's how far I got.
It doesn't kill you. I mean, like, it doesn't.
It's not fun,
save.
though.
Well, I didn't
It's the
say
whole-
it was. I'm just saying it's not like a Train Avenue.
You're a one-way
And
trip
thus
down
the
Pain Train
Lord of
Avenue.
Sultan Scale.
You're welcome.
I watched the entirety of Germa's viewer-controlled Diablo 2 hardcore stream. I can't believe he got as far as he did.
Oh no. Did he actually die or did he survive?
He eventually died. He died right at the very end of Act 5.
Oh
Like,
wow.
right before he
damn.
got to Bale or whoever.
Huh.
Yeah.
And that was with like chat dictating literally everything he does as far as character development.
Damn.
So he went with a necromancer, and they were like
I
telling him
saw,
which skills to get.
I saw Penny Parker yesterday playing RuneScape, but it was Twitch
How
controlled where they
did
had to
you?
click at. And they didn't get out of Lumbridge. They were in there for 2 hours.
Hold on to your cockles.
Yeah, I played Grim Dawn
You
quite
see,
a few
betwixt
times.
here and Frisia,
I tried it, I couldn't get into it.
It's I mean, I was a big fan of Titan Quest back in the day, and this is made by the same team.
Yeah, and the
just
thing, I like Titan Quest too. It was
Yeah,
fun.
I liked Titan Quest, but it's hard to replay. It's always the exact same path. It's always the
Yeah.
exact same maps. There's never any variation. Like,
At least in Path of Exile, they shuffle the tile sets every once in a while. They change up the stuff every few
Judging by
leagues.
that rather curious goodbye.
Make it fresh.
see the mod that was literally all of Diablo 2.
Oh, and the Grim Dawn engine? That would be
Oh, in
interesting.
Grim Dawn? Oh. If that's
think
what
that's
you
what
mean,
they
that
meant,
sounds
yeah.
amazing. No, I haven't.
Was that
yes,
bing noise I
you
keep
do
hearing?
seem to
Bing!
the relic that washed
It's
ashore
That's
my phone.
started all the chaos.
Oh, I thought it was like a Twitch
It was
notification.
covered in ancient vowel inscriptions. The symbol.
That sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Ancient Vol inscriptions tell me to dance for you, but I'm not gonna do it.
Just going to sit here. How did I get
All-
in this position in the...
All he does is sit there and clap his hands together trying to catch his lunch.
I can clap my feet together like a baby!
You arrived.
Ugh.
The great spirit spoke in my dream.
I know what you're
Told
referencing.
me darkness would again drown the land. And you, Exile,
I don't like to clap my feet together like a baby!
be kind if you can.
Johnny. The poor guy got put through so much shit for those guys. They would always bring up stupid hypotheticals and shit with him.
Oh, Reign of Terror. Shit, hang on, I gotta write this down. This sounds really interesting. Reign Terror.
I think my favorite thing from that era, whenever he was on there, was whenever Corey and Zach were playing Sonic Adventure and Johnny was on there, and they're just making all these references to him, and he's just like, I don't get any of this. And they kept making nostalgia critic references.
Oh god, he just keeps
like,
getting more and more annoyed.
Yeah,
Everyone's doing their high-pitched like impressions of Tucker, and he's like,
yeah, he's like, I'm back, critic. And he's just like, stop it, please. I don't like it.
I don't like to clap my feet together like a baby. God, I love that bit.
Poor Johnny.
Oh, hey, look at this.
It's really easy to do his voice, though. You just go, ugh, like that, and there you go. Yeah, he just sounds disgusted with the world, because he is. He's truly disgusted with everything that humanity has brought upon him. Yeah, if you ever want to listen to some old school stuff, there's Sleepy Cabin. It's from like 2014. He was on there a couple times, and they would talk about things, and it was pretty good.
I think I've listened to every episode, but it's been several years. So.
Oh yeah, I would do that, where I would re-listen to them every once in a while. But...
Oh, dude, no, it's Grunt. It just reminded me of like one of my only YouTube videos I've got is the one where I'm fighting that super mutant Fallout 4 that like glitched, and you start referencing the Mars Squatch. It was like the first time I had ever heard of it. That was a long time.
Oh yeah, the Mars. Yeah, because I don't know. I gotta rewatch that video because I probably said, "Oh my god, I just died."
Oh no!
Fucking A. I bought the glass artifact and it just exploded and killed me. Yeah, I remember that, Brett. When it was fucking Zach was doing this thing with like they said like, yeah, if Jesus was around today, he'd have like a YouTube channel. He would just like review diapers.
Oh man, I don't remember that.
Look at Zach. His voice for Jesus was like, "Hey guys." Oh my god.
I gotta watch that again because I know who all these people are now. I didn't watch Oni Plays.
Yeah, there's a lot of animated ones you can watch too on YouTube, which are pretty good.
Shit.
Sorry, Jay, that our conversation devolved into talking about Newgrounds animators.
Oh no, it's fine.
Coming together. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think my favorite one was like the Jesus voicemail. It was pretty good.
God, I don't even remember how the Mars Squatch thing goes. It's been replaced in my memory with the Zach's story about the Sasquatch.
There's so many different, like, yeah, the Mars Squatch was its own episode. I'm pretty sure it was like a lost episode, but they went over a whole bunch of different Squatches. Because there's Sasquatch, Slouch Squatch, and then Mars Squatch, and then there was some other type of Squatch where it was like 2 inches taller than a regular Sasquatch. And there was one that was like actually just 2 inches tall, and then there's one that's like 40 feet tall. But the Mars Squatch was the only one that was on Mars, and they were doing like that whole thing where they were like doing like a Mars adventure where fucking Corey had to beat Sonic Adventure 2 100% on Mars to power the planet back on Earth. Yeah, they kept giving him stuff to make him do things, but then he kept getting bothered by the Mars Squatch who sounded like Crazy Frog. You could like tap it on the window and stuff, and you'd be like, "Oh, who's there?" I love that episode.
Oh yeah, I gotta load those up sometime. Let's listen to them.
Hero?
I think my favorite bit on there was whatever, like they said, like because like Corey wasn't playing the game well enough, and Zach's like, he's like, you know, your thing's powering the Earth, you know, and Thailand's fucking dead because you didn't get to say. I just started losing it there because it's like the idea that fucking an entire planet is relying on one fucking idiot to beat a game and he can't even do it right. It's just like, God, what kind of a society would that be?
Didn't they have like a tube connecting Earth and Mars that like gave him
Yeah.
chocolate or something?
Yeah, that was so that way they could send him chocolate. And then at one point he gets like shot. He goes through the tube and goes back to Earth, and then he looks at the tube and sees the Mars Squatch like wave at him, and he closes the tube. And he's stuck on Earth. And everything's underpowered. They're like, "What did you do, Corey?" I miss those guys. I know they're all still around. They're just all doing their own things now, but it was funny when they were all together. I remember the last episode they did of ZombieCat, like the most recent one was called Long Ride, and they were talking about how they went to God, what was it, Knott's Berry Farm, and they went on this ride, and I forget what it was. I forget what type of ride it was. It was like one of those spinning ones, and they got stuck on it, and they were stuck on it for like hours in like the hot sun, and there was just like all of them were all together on this one ride. And there was one kid on it who just kept screaming, long ride, ah, long ride, like that. This little kid, like there's like an 11-year-old on the ride. He's like, you need to shut up. Like he's just getting really mad at him, and it's just like, oh my god. I can't imagine being stuck on a ride like that, and it was weird. They had so many incidents happen. I've never had anything weird like that happen. The weirdest thing I can say that ever happened was when I was up in Atlanta for Dragon Con, the sci-fi convention. When we were walking around up there, like going from one hotel to the other one, there was a guy selling baby turtles in like plastic containers. And he was like, baby turtles, get your baby turtles here, $5 baby turtle. Just like, are we supposed to eat them? What are you selling them for? we're here for a convention. No one's gonna have the means to take care of these turtles. Where'd you even get them from?
He just found them on the side of the road.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't like paint the turtle shells like 4 different colors so it could be like, Ninja Turtles, get your Ninja Turtles here, you know?
I have an almost interesting story.
Oh yeah? Well, mine wasn't interesting at all, so it'll be a better story.
So, there's this, I want to call it a small town, but it's not. It's like, you know, one of the major universities in the state is here. It's called Ellensburg. And,
yeah.
Well, it's Trump country nowadays, so I guess it is.
Oh no.
Anyway, back in the day, they would have rodeos there, so this is probably what kind of place it is. And they would have a fair at the same time. And we would sometimes go there because my dad was like in the restaurant industry, and so he would like help out with like you know, stalls or whatever.
He would help them with the tumbleweed convention.
Yeah. It's like cotton candy, but use tumbleweed anyway.
Oh my god.
so you know, they had a fair there with like rides and stuff, and there was this one ride that was just, it was a simple like, okay, you get in a little rocket ship and there's a central thing and it spins around and then goes up and down. And for whatever reason, I was like maybe like 12 time, I wanted to go on this, and I was the only one there who was like in line, so they're like, yeah, sure, kid.
Oh.
And you know, it gets up to speed.
Seems risky.
And well, this thing was designed kind of weird in that, like, you know, when you're spinning around, being pushed outward, right? It's not like the ship, like, you know, goes, you know, horizontal or whatever.
Now, is this like a swing, like a tire, like one of those like big swing things?
This is like, you know the Dumbo ride in Disneyland?
Yeah, okay, I get it now. It's on those things that go like up and down.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just a little rocket ship that goes up and down.
I'm picturing it in my mind now. Yeah, okay, go on.
But it pushes you off to the outward side. You know, if it's going counterclockwise and you're pushed off to the right.
That's what momentum and gravity does. Yeah.
So the thing is, that's where the latch for safety was.
Up on the outside.
It was on the inside of the car, and if you're pressed against it hard enough, you'll just, you know, slam up against it no matter what you do, and release the latch on the safety bar.
That is a very poorly designed vehicle.
So I mean, nothing happened, but like I'm just like sitting there trying to like maintain myself and keep the bar down as much as possible.
Yeah, you're like over here in fucking Final Destination 3 pulling on the bar thing as much as possible. And the ride attendants are laughing at you going, yep, we got another one.
So yeah, nothing happened, but that's nice.
This boys got a fly today, boys. Yeah, well that's Carnival for you. They don't... The Carnival Safety Board does not care about you.
That weirdly reminded me of the carnival scenes in Problem Child 2.
Oh no.
Oh. I remember everybody throwing up, but I don't know why.
Because he set all the rides to like spin at a ridiculous speed.
Oh my god.
That's a movie series I haven't thought about in like 25 years.
No,
Yeah.
Brent, I know there's a thing called the Carnival Safety Board because I heard about it on the Dollop podcast when they were talking about Action Park. In regards to the safety of the park, the Carnival Safety Board stepped in and said that they couldn't have certain rides there because they were deemed unsafe. And it's like, if you know how carnivals are, you gotta figure that's something for them to step in.
Safe at any speed.
But I mean, no, Action Park was a thing up in New Jersey. It's open again now, but like in the 70s and 80s, people died there, like legitimately. It was not a good place.
That's another podcast I need to listen to more often. But yeah,
I haven't listened to them in forever, but yeah, I love the Dollop. Yeah.
Oh, I remember why I stopped listening to the Dollop is because it got depressing. Every episode was about like how horrible American history really is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why I did too. Because I was like, for a while, it was like really funny shit, like old Western things. And like my favorite quote from it was like an old Western guy like being shot, and he goes, "My God, you've killed me!" and he falls over dead. It's just like, that's probably the funniest way to go. Is just to say, "Oh no, I'm dead," and just drop dead. It's just really funny. It's not like a movie where like, tell my wife I loved her. It's just, fuck, I'm dead. Just
Yeah, I realize a lot of podcasts I tend to drop out of because of that. Like, the Dollop is like, well, there were a lot of like really stupid like splinter religions and cults. And a lot of people died and no one ever learned their lesson.
yeah.
And then I got into listening to the Believe It or Not podcast because hey, I grew up in a stupid religion and I got out of it, so let's listen about others. And it's like, it just keeps fucking happening. Nobody ever learns.
Yeah.
That's what's going on with Q and everything. It's like the exact same shit that's always happened before.
Oh, the thing I was talking about last night. I don't want to name drop it in case like people target this for like the conspiracy shit, but if you know about it, it starts with a Q and it also has the shortened word for anonymous in it. So you put those two together and it's like, yeah, there's some batshit crazy people out there.
Yeah, Grunt showed me some interesting videos of people getting up before, I guess, governor,
like,
mayor.
It was like a city hall meeting type deal in Florida where they were complaining about not being able to, like, they had, they couldn't wear masks because God's breathing system.
Yeah. Genesis chapter 2 verse 3 says that God gave us the breath of life. Think about that, the breath of life, and you would go so far as to use these masks to go against God's word.
They're like, throw away the breathing system, and I'm like, oh my god.
The breathing system.
That's what they
God's
said. They're like,
breathing system. Yes.
and a lot of them, like, I'm not even trying to be mean, but there was like old ladies, but they sounded like Trump. He's like, and I tell you, they're throwing away the breathing system. We've had it for so many years, and it's worked out for everyone except the people who can't breathe because they're dead. But anyway, it works. And they're trying to get rid of it. And I told them, no, don't do it. They put a mask on me, and I said, I can't breathe, and I died. What's up?
Too good.
I'm sorry.
Your Trump is amazing.
I was inspired by Psychic Pebbles. He does a really good one too.
Oh, what's the Super Mega Podcast? I keep seeing like people mention it on like Twitter.
Oh
like Super Mega
yeah.
ebooks or whatever. What is that?
I know, Super Mega, they were actually, I'm pretty sure they were on Only Place a couple times too. They do their own thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay, I completely
It's,
got that mixed up with something else. Yeah.
Something Watson and the other guy, Brad
Yeah,
Watson. They'd
I
always
knew that.
call him Rat Watson or Brat Watson, and he didn't like it. They actually got sent a fursuit. I think the other guy might be a furry. I'm not sure though. But they're cool. I haven't heard about them in a while. I don't know if they're still doing stuff, but I like them.
So
Yeah, Matt Watson and Ryan McGee. That's what it is. Yeah. And
my
Ryan
brain-
has this laugh. Whenever he laughs, he's like like that. I can't do it, but it's very unique. He has a very good laugh.
My brain is very stupid. I knew about Super Mega, but every time I see it on Twitter, like there's this account that people retweet called Super Mega Ebooks, and every time I see that, I think of Super Megatopia, the old webcomic from like.
Oh, I don't know if that's
Oh
it.
my god.
That's what it was. Yeah, they got fursuits of their pets. So I think one of them got one of their dog, and the other one got one of their cat. I think. I'm not sure.
I remember the dog one.
Yeah. It just looked like Bolt from the Disney movie.
So we're
Super
about to do.
Megatopia. Holy shit.
Yeah, right. used
I don't
to
know
read
what that
back
is.
in the day. That was a furry webcomic from like 2099.
Oh god.
Yeah.
My first ever furry thing I ever saw was the Inflation Nation. And that was in like 2005, and it was like right around when it closed.
So we're about to do a game mechanic
Oh yeah,
here.
incursion. Let's talk about the game now.
Yeah, so this lady is like, we need to find this Vol Temple, but it's like lost to time. I can go
Yeah.
back to it back in time, but I don't know where it is now.
Yeah, there's a zombie about to touch
I
you.
know! I know! Okay, anyway. So, we have to go back in time and A, get the location of this place, and B, shape it to our whims.
I can describe it in more detail if you want to do
Oh
it.
yes, please do.
Okay, so view the temple. Whenever you go talk to her, you'll get one of these rooms. In the upper right and the lower left, there's going to be an architect. If you kill the one on one side, the other one gets to do their improvement to the room. And depending on what they are, they show you which ones get what. You go in there, you kill a bunch of monsters, and then you kill the architect that you want. The monsters can also drop these little green stone things that you can use to open up doors. You want to open up as many doors as you can, connect all the rooms that you can, but also path the way to the big apex, because at the end there's a big pyramid boss that you fight and he'll give you loot and stuff. There's one of the stones.
And boss is still alive. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you got 2 stones. Cool. Alright, so you can actually connect 2 different rooms. You can press V while you're in here to even check your map and see which rooms are where.
Yeah, but
But it
you
also
usually don't have
shows
time
you-
to do that because you see I got a countdown
Yeah.
on the top, 9 seconds, and
Now-
it goes
now
up
go to the
for every
upper-
enemy I kill.
Yeah, go to the upper right and start shooting. If you can. If not, yeah, you're good. You got the architect, you're good. Yeah, this game, they've added so much stuff, it's kind of got content overload, and the content for most people has gotten stale. So they're trying to add new and new stuff, but then they also push away the other players that want to just play and have fun like me.
Good job, Exile.
So, and then once you complete it, all your loot gets poured out on the other side, so you don't have to like run to collect it, and they'll be like, oh no, you missed it. It's very nice.
Yeah,
Can you do it
I've
again?
no, but actually, can I?
You can talk to her again, and it'll show you what upgraded. See, now you have those rooms linked.
Yeah, now I have those rooms links. Now it's a guardhouse instead of a cloister, which increases monster pack size throughout the temple.
Yes. And also apparently increases quantity of items dropped, but it doesn't tell you that.
Listen,
There's
these
secret
blood spells
modifiers.
are fixed.
What did you ask, Jay?
They must be performed under certain conditions.
If
Whether
it was
I can do it
redoable.
again.
Oh,
I
no,
can't do it
you-
again here, but from this point on, she's going to start showing up more often. You can see I got 11 incursions remaining. After
Yeah.
that, that'll reveal the location of the Vol Temple in the present, and then I can go there. And everything I've done here will itself.
Layout.
And
Yeah.
then once you defeat that temple, she's like, "Hey, that was fun. Let's do it again. Who cares about paradoxes?" And
Yeah.
we can go back and reshape the temple again.
Friend has subscribed at tier
Well,
1.
subscription, dude.
Thank you so much.
Bum-ba-da-bum. Oh no!
And a raid. Oh shit. Hi, Shiro.
Oh, right. Hey, Shiro, how's it going?
Just in time.
Oh no.
There she is again.
The big dogs are here. Let me tell you, these are some of the largest dogs I've ever seen. Good God Almighty. The bear mine is so high, I can't
You and
believe it.
I were 2 coins in the same.
Sorry.
How is Life is that the new Life is Strange?
Time to go.
Oh yeah, True Colors, that's the new one.
I've yet to actually play any of those. It's like on my list of things I want to do.
All I know about it is that there's a part where if you turn copyrighted music off, they're just dancing and making slapping sounds and stuff in like a really weird echo room.
Oh, it's funny.
It's like that Mummy trailer where they forgot to add in the music, so they just had all the sound effects.
1,000,000,000% recommend it. At least I think that's a billion, but yeah.
That is a
Thank you
number.
Thank you for the raid.
Boot system.
If you're new here, and I think that
I'm not up
most
to that
of you,
just yet.
I'm Jay, and ZombieCat's over there. He's the one
Hello.
playing right now, and there's Grunt. And we play a variety of games every weekday.
Good job.
I do the funny voices and make people laugh, but it's pretty good.
And
Sometimes I cry, but that's okay. It's okay. Everyone's gotta cry sometimes.
Oh my god, she's here again. There's 3 of her here.
Yeah, well, no, it's whenever she shows up 3 times in any map area or like instance.
I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, because you can actually get her right next to each other, and if you just walk back and forth, she just teleports between the 2 of them.
the more you kill,
It's funny.
the more you change my map.
Games are going good. Zombie's doing passive exile right now. We have the forest going on at some point. That's been fun. Iggy's gonna play some Dark Souls tomorrow with crowd control on, which has been goddamn hilarious. 'Cause, you know, chat likes to screw with him. And we are 7 followers away from our 200 follower goal, wherein I will play A Link to the Past randomized, also with crowd control.
And that'll be fun, because I've never actually
Nope.
played that game. So I don't know what can happen in it.
Oh, all sorts of craziness.
Got
Click
it.
the door! Yay!
Good
Womp.
job.
Nicely done.
Yeah, so Alva makes it so every temple requires 12, and in each area you can get 3. So if you do 4 instances, that can unlock a temple pretty fast.
What am I doing here anyway?
You were going to the ruins so you can get the Maligaro map item.
I don't think I have a quest for that yet.
No, you don't, but you can still go there and get it, because that's what you've got to do first.
But
Otherwise you go to the Chamber of Sins, and then you go to the thing, and it's like, oh, you can't go through here yet. You have to talk to Silk, and then Silk goes, I want you to give me some spider venom. It's only found in this guy's map, and then you have to go all the way to get the map. Go back, go into the map, kill the guy, grab the venom, give it to Silk. He gives you a key. You go through the purple barrier that's now dissipating. You go through the Chamber of Sins area 2 where you fought whatever Electro guy. Unlock the gate, then go through there, and then you go to the encampment. Then you fight Groost.
Hey,
Oh hey, there's
oh, he's
a
just a
unique
big
guy.
old bundle of
I mean, same.
Wow.
It is I, the bundle of woe. Follow the road up to the north. No, I mean, up and the right. Keep following the road. That'll
I'm
take
not
you
up to
there.
that just yet.
No? Consider that.
Well, you should.
Damn it! Get out of here. It's dangerous.
Okay.
Not you, the fox that I keep shooting at.
Oh. He's fine. He's just part of the environment. He adds character.
Oh, that reminds me. I heard something a little while ago. I was recounting my story of B in Skyrim, and I heard a story from perk of a similar nature. So,
Oh yeah, the bee in the wagon.
Yeah, yeah. So there's this rumor that foxes lead you to treasure in Skyrim.
Yeah.
That is true, and it's not true.
Ah.
It's not true in the sense that there is no code that will lead a fox to treasure, but there is code that will lead a fox to areas that don't have anything else in them. And the map of Skyrim is extremely dense. There is literally something in, like, I think Chan said it was like all but 2 cells. There are like spawns or stuff or whatever. And the quietest areas, because of that, are generally areas where there's hidden treasure.
Ah.
Because to make it a little more like meaningful, they disable spawns around treasure chests, so it's not like checking it out and then like, oh, there's like some fucking here. It kind of ruined the mood. It's like you can be all like Link opening the chest and going, oh, wow, this is cool, without being interrupted. So because of that, foxes naturally head towards areas like that. Might not always get led to treasure by a fox if you follow it, but they do tend to head in directions where treasures are.
That's cool.
As an unintended consequence.
Yeah. Todd Howard saying it just works.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually never heard of that rumor, so I thought.
That's neat.
That is pretty neat. By accident, they've made it a neat feature.
I think that Skyrim as a whole was, we accidentally made a cool feature. Please play our game for the 20th time.
Yeah, basically.
We've got VR fishing now. Please buy. You could buy Cabela's fishing. I think it is. It's only in VR. Okay, so now grab the waypoint. Oh, you can solve the trial in here too. Another trial. Here to befuddle you.
Another trial for another.
Can you solve my trials 3? If so, you may squeeze.
Final Fantasy fishing is clearly the best.
Lucky day.
Which Final Fantasy?
Yes.
There's many of them.
Are we talking 14 or 15?
Or 8.
Either way, yes.
Actually, I don't think there was Fishing in 8. I played that a lot. There was just a weird card game that had good music.
Fishing of men.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was based off of 15. I haven't tried the VR version though.
Anyone here ever played Final Fantasy 8, or was it just me?
Played it for a bit.
I played the demo and hated it, and never played the full game because I hated the demo.
Damn. I like the
That would
music
only
from
slow
it,
me
and I
down.
like some of the gameplay. I could only get so far in it though because my disc was scratched, and every time I beat a certain boss, it would just crash the game.
Need
So.
something?
Yeah, I like the concept in the same way that I like what Final Fantasy 2. Like it failed,
yeah.
but it was interesting.
What was the concept of 8 that you liked?
The whole like drawing magic from monsters. It's like it's a cool
Oh,
idea. It's just
yeah.
it gets tedious after a while.
And it's apparently really easy to just like glitch it or something, or just do the bare minimum to get by.
Yeah, there's no levels per se. So like, all your stat increases come from drawing and junctioning.
Yeah. So even if you had like a high level character, it wouldn't mean crap if you're not set up right.
Turn your. I'm afraid that the.
I like the card game
Okay,
though, because it had good music whenever you played it. It sounded like a guy
Yeah.
like doing a rubber band.
You found yourself a
The card game survived into Final Fantasy 14, and I enjoyed that.
Nice.
There is so much yet to win.
The spirit hunts with you.
But yeah, the demo that I played came with Brave Fencer Musashi, and it took place. I don't know where it took place because I didn't play the full game, but it's definitely somewhere in the middle. And yeah, the draw system just completely took me out of it.
Aw. You get a better Jade Flask.
Let's find out. Doesn't even identify it for me. God, what an asshole. Reduce charges used. This is immunity to bleeding. Yeah, the one I got is way better. 22% chance to freeze, shock, and ignite during flask effect. That's not on me, is it? Like.
Wait, what? Sorry.
22% chance to freeze, shock, and ignite during a flask effect.
Yeah, that means you causing those elements.
To myself?
No, to enemies.
I was gonna say.
No. There's no flask with downsides like that.
I thought maybe there was some like
August.
weird like, oh, I get extra bonuses if I'm something.
It's not a Skyrim potion, you know. It just works.
I have a snack dilemma. Do I get cereal or
Hello.
cake?
You know what you should do? It's probably too late for this, but what you need to do is you need to freeze the cake and put it in a cube. Cereal.
Oh.
Go with courage.
I wish you could see the face I just made.
I wish you could see the face I just made. It's the saddest face. Jay, what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I'm going. Yeah.
I'm just gonna eat cereal and pretend it's what Zombie said, so it'll make him happy.
Do it if it's not frozen.
Pour milk on the cake. Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
How to ruin spice cake. Step 1, pour anything on it.
Oh, it's
Step
spice
2,
cake
you're
even
done.
better. No, that's actually really good. Like the,
No,
the
it's got
best way,
cream cheese.
The best one to do it would be with like carrot cake.
No, fuck you. You're wrong.
No, I can see
Alright.
that working. Yeah.
Sure, if it's
Cream
frozen, but
cheese
if it's
frosting on top. No,
Yes.
spice cake. You do cream cheese frosting. You do a little bit of cinnamon on top, and that's it. You're done. You don't add anything else.
And then you add milk to make it nice and
No, you drink the milk along with it.
you eat the cake with the milk, and it's like it's a little bit soggy, but it's good. It's like a cookie,
No.
right? And then you drink the milk.
You're
It's
mi-
delicious because it's got stuff in it.
You're missing the trick. What you do is you eat a significant portion of the center of the cake, and then you have a cake bread bowl.
Oh my god! Jay,
That's not
what the
how.
fuck?
That's not how liquids work.
That's good. Oh, it's
That's
like
not
it's
how-
like a clam chowder bread bowl except with milk and cake.
Oh, perfect. I can't wait to frack my fucking cake so I can put water in the middle of it. Jesus Christ. Do the
Jay,
Rigby. What's
Jay,
that?
that's good. That's good, Jay.
Make a bowl of oatmeal.
Oh.
Then
A piece of cake in it. Ooh! Wait a minute. That sounds good. That sounds good, actually.
Which Rigby did this? Because it feels like the one from regular show would have done this.
That sounds about right.
I miss regular show. Actually, no, I don't, because the formula for the show was literally just, hey, we're gonna start with something quirky. Oh no, we did something, we fucked up. Now there's crazy shit happening. Okay, we resolved it. Next episode. That was the whole formula.
That's how I
Yeah. And I mean, no fault to JG Quintel. You know, the show was successful. I just, after the first 2 seasons, I was like, oh, I see a pattern here. It's literally just this over and over again.
Well,
The
hey,
same stuff. And I got bored.
you like Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah.
His whole shtick is like, I'm gonna fuck stuff up, and then you gotta win.
Yeah, but at least Rocket Raccoon's hot.
Hey.
There's an episode where Rigby gets shown up and he has 1.5 ass cheeks. Okay, I can't do anything with that.
I can't do anything.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm looking at it and I go, oh, it looks like bread. It was punched in. Perfect.
Come on, it's not like you can see it all the time. I mean, Rocket Raccoon has all kinds of weird scars under his suit, but you don't see it.
Yeah, but that's endearing.
1.5 ass cheeks isn't endearing to you?
Hang on. Brent is saying Rocket and Rigby are very similar.
Exactly. That's why I brought it up. Yeah, exactly.
No, here's the thing. You wanna know how they're similar? They both scream a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
there. That's fine. They don't have to be screaming all the time. Okay, let's compare them. Okay, Rocket Raccoon has scars and he's been genetically modified to be really good at building shit and super smart. Rigby is a fucking troglodyte who has a punched in ass cheek. Perfect. My favorite. And then Rigby's brother is literally just Rigby's head planted on a muscular body. It's disturbing.
I'm not talking about Rigby's.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. He sleeps on a mini trampoline, yeah, because he couldn't afford a bed because he's too stupid to buy a bed. Rocky Raccoon sleeps on a gun because he's smart. He knows he can blow up anyone if they get near him when he wakes up.
Sleeps on a gun.
I don't know if he does, he might. You never see him sleep in the movies. He's only ever, like, waiting for someone to attack, so he always blows them up. That or he's asleep in the chair, but, you know, that doesn't happen all the time.
Hey, you like King, right? Owl House?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna sexualize him. He's
I'm not
fucking
saying
kid.
you would. He's adorable, though. He's just a little
I know.
gremlin.
Yeah.
Rigby is
King
a little gremlin.
Rigby is a gremlin that, yeah, but he's not endearing. Rigby always, whenever he has problems, he causes the problems. And he never learns his lesson either.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, and he learns his lesson and he
learns
grows
his
from
lesson.
it. And he grows from it and he becomes a better person.
Adorable little gremlin.
Yeah, and Rigby doesn't learn from his lessons and he's still a hateful little asshole.
Not a hateful little asshole. He's just, he works really hard. And it's like he doesn't get paid
Rigby doesn't
much.
work at all. He's always getting yelled at by Benson because he's not doing his fucking job right.
Yeah, because his job is impossible. He's got an asshole for a boss.
Okay, normally I would side with you on the boss thing, but half the time, like, they would literally tell him, set up some chairs. Literally all you have to do is set up some chairs. This is a basic job that anyone could do if they had 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. And they managed to fuck it up by summoning a crazy demon, like, arcade machine cabinet. And that was episode 1.
Yeah,
okay.
So, look, that's like saying, oh, I hate Steven Universe because you've only watched episode 1.
I mean, I just don't like Steven Universe because the designs are weird.
Okay, I was guilty of that. I was guilty of that.
I don't like the design. I'm sure the stories are great. I've seen some of the other characters and they got better as it went on, but I just don't like how they're designed. Music's good. I like the Spinel character. She just looks like XJ9 but evil, but you know, I like the music.
XJ9.
Stretchy arms and extend their fingers.
Whoa! I activated you.
Yeah. I had that one on standby.
Oh, I missed that show.
I do too. I love the way how they did the eyes, like those old 1950s
imagine it was
cartoons,
no
but they
easy
did it for like everyone's eyes, and the whole show was like set up in like a retro kind of way. It
The
was neat.
spirit hunts with you.
Yeah, there's just some shows that'll hook you, and some that just leave you dry. Like, I'll give an example. I started watching some Gundam stuff on Netflix. I watched Gundam Unicorn, all of it, and it was really cool. I liked it. I was able to feel attachment to the character. And then I said, oh, I should watch the original Gundam, because it was on there. The only problem is the original Gundam on Netflix is crammed into 3 separate movies that are 2 hours each, and it's just like the episodes of the show, like, you know, compressed a bit. But it's all in Japanese and it's all subtitled. So it's like, okay, so you have to read it, and I'm just like watching it. I'm like, oh, this is boring. It's very much like, you can tell it's from like the late 70s, early 80s because of how the animation is. You can tell, you can see like whenever they do like something where it's like, oh, there's a ship moving across the screen, and you can see the animation cell like moving across it. So you're like, oh, okay.
Kuchi died on the way back to his home planet.
Yeah, it's like really funny though, because you're like, oh, that's kind of cute. It reminds me of like old animated stuff, but then it's just like, okay. And it's like every once in a while there's some robots fighting, but then it's mostly just this guy screaming and this kid getting slapped, and it's like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah. I like the original Gundam series, but the 3-movie condensed version is not so good.
I'm guessing it cuts out a lot of stuff because it seemed really bizarrely paced. It felt like 3 episodes, but it's probably more than that.
Yeah.
Like I got up to the part where there's like the big base thing is hiding in like a blown up city or something, and they do like this cool strategy. And I'm assuming that was like a 2-part episode or something, but they do it in like 5 minutes. It's like, oh, okay, that was very quick. They did a thing and they immediately got a payoff. It wasn't like a waiting thing.
Yeah,
like the
the
model kit.
movies are
I always
the
love a
movies
good
are
risk.
basically like a clip show that is probably better to watch if you've seen the original show.
I've
And I
never
have
seen the original.
show, and I didn't like the movie.
Now, did you watch the original one in English or?
Oh no.
Okay. I've been told the English dub of the original series is god awful.
It's not on the level of like Speed Racer.
Okay, well that's good. It's not like
It's
Neon
not
Genesis
horrible.
Evangelion. Yeah.
No.
Okay. And like I said, I want to watch that 8th MS team one because that's apparently good.
Yeah.
And I ended up finding out, like, just from listening. Did you ever play Crackdown, the game on the Xbox?
A million years ago.
Do you remember the voice of the agency guy? Very notable voice, kind of deep. He was like the narrator pretty much. He'd be like, jump
Yeah.
points are places you can go to do stuff, agent, you know, and all that shit.
Yeah.
He actually voices in a lot of Gundam stuff. He's in Iron-Blooded Orphans, and also I saw a clip, he's in the 8th MS team. He actually voices the pilot of the Goof custom I got, which is kind of cool. So, that's kind of neat. He's a very good voice actor, even though he does like just the same voice, just his deep voice. But I like him. But yeah, Zombie, your goal here is to get to the center of the place.
The center of the maze. There I will find the cheese.
Find the unobstructed pathway and walk to the maze. You can do this by opening up your mini-map and walking the correct area.
Wait a minute, I just got it. This is the Chamber of Sin, and this is like a light district that's like it's 1,000. It's fallen into this.
Yeah. Look, when the Vol outlawed sex workers, you know, shit went bad.
I literally did not think about it that way until just now. When it's like the Chamber of Sins and I'm like fighting skeletons and shit, I figure it's like, oh, they were practicing black magic or something. I
Nope,
never
literally
really
just
looked
a
until
brothel.
just now.
It's a brothel. And I guess in the middle, maybe it's like the middle part of it. They built a map device there because fuck it, who cares?
Hello to you,
Yeah.
great dream.
Because I'm gonna fuck a spider in the Chamber of Sins.
We have
Yeah.
woven a tale
What?
together in days past.
The silk guy, he's trying to marry a spider lady, and he's like, go into the map, put it in the device. This trains you later on. You gotta go in there, you kill a big spider, you bring him back a thing of venom so he can give it to his girlfriend, the Spider Queen, who ends up eating him anyway.
That's how spiders be.
Yeah.
Like in a different dimension. It's
Yes.
place.
You're in a map.
I'm in a
it's
map.
like the map.
that's
That's like the Atlas. You're in a special part of the Atlas.
Hello again, local.
Yeah, and I can't get away from you.
Nope. The expedition even goes into here for some reason. Don't know why. You think they wouldn't show up, but
Expedite.
do.
So
yeah. I never got my cereal or my cake, so I'm actually really hungry now.
You should do that.
Yeah. And yeah, you're in the red dimension where everything is red.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I looked up the voice from Crackdown.
Yeah.
That's the guy who voiced the Lich King in World of Warcraft. And in Mobile Suit Gundam, he voiced he voiced Rama Rao.
Ah, okay,
That
in
was
the
a great
English
character.
one. Nice. Yeah, he does a lot of voices, like a lot of anime stuff, but I just remember him from Crackdown 1 and 2, and he's apparently in 3. So, but I never played 3. No one did. But I liked his voice.
Yeah,
It's very unique.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
Him and Keith Silverstein are in a lot of stuff too. If you play Skyrim, you've definitely heard Keith Silverstein though. And if you've watched Gundam Unicorn, he plays a character in it called Full Frontal, which sounds like a Konami character or Kojima character. I mean.
Full frontman.
No, Full Frontal. That's his name.
I know.
He's supposed to be like the Char Aznavour of Unicorn, pretty much. And he flies around in a big red ship called big red mobile suit called like the Xinjiao, I think. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but yeah. And yeah.
That's a powerful name, yeah. Seriously.
He puts his stuff out front. The main character's name in that is like Banager, but I always heard it as Menager, and I'm like, oh, his name's like Menager, like a menagerie. It's like, no, it's Banager. It's like, oh, what the fuck does that mean?
It's a menagerie of bananas.
Yeah.
Not menagerie.
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 No.
But yeah, this stream is not sponsored by Gundam, but if you want to watch a cool Gundam series, go ahead and watch Gundam Unicorn on Netflix if you have it. It's basically, it's a compressed version of the original run. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z Kai, where they just took out all the filler. It's just all the story beats, and it's in like 7 episodes. And I think the last one's like an hour and a half, so, but it's really good. I liked it. There's also mobile suits in it that only show up for like 5 scenes, and they're the most sold ones because go figure. They're like, oh, buy these, where's the box for it? Oh yeah, they're the, I got them because they're cool looking, and then I saw the show, and it's like, oh, they're called the RGM 96X Jestas. There's Special Forces. And then they're like, oh, it's the TriStar Special Forces, and they show up in 2 scenes in the show, the entire show. And they're like crazy selling all these things, and then meanwhile they don't sell one of the really cool thing where it's like this giant red lobster kind of looking thing. It's like, oh, we're not going to sell any model kits of that, because no one cares about it. Everyone just wants the giant unicorn or the giant banshee, which is just the unicorn, but, you know, dark colors. Ooh, mysterious. Like, okay.
Play Gundam like Tsunami?
Apparently they did, because I saw a video where it was a trailer for the 8th MS team, and it was narrated by Peter Cullen on Toonami, and it was really cool.
Yep. Yeah, they had Gundam Wing, and then eventually they got the original Gundam series.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen like so it's like 20.
What is Sandrock? I gotta look this up now. See if it's like a mole stick or something.
So hi, Rick.
Oh, this one looks neat. Oh, that's a cool looking one. It's got like weird wing horn things on the back of it. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
Me being the edgy nerd was like, Death Scythe was the best one.
Oh yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, okay. Oh, that's why, Gundam Wing, okay. I actually have a real grade one of these things from Gundam Wing, I think. It's called Wing Gundam Zero EW, so. And it's got angel wings on it, go figure. And it was a lot of fun to build. Oh my god, there's 49 episodes. Oh,
And the
English air
movie
date was
that
in
has
2000.
2 different cuts.
Oh. That's cool. A friend of mine showed me some neat, like, Gundam model things, which were like these like weird dragon-looking Gundams. I think they're from this thing called Gundam Age or something like that. And they look fun. There's one that's just straight up like it looks like a dragon, but it's got a Zaku head.
You want some good Gundams? You go to G Gundam.
Construction is
Gee.
Because it was fucking hilarious.
What about Gundam Builders? Or Gundam Build Divers? Whatever those are. I don't know what the fuck they are. People have told me to avoid them because they're very campy and like kiddie and shit. But I think that's the point of them because it's literally just kids building their favorite models and fighting with them like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something.
Yes, this elixir, so aged.
Okay, I'm gonna go actually get my cereal and or cake now. I'll be right back. No more Gundam to drag me back.
It is my gift
And
to
or.
her. My
Well,
willing gift.
I like
Great
eating.
dreamer, you
Be right back.
Found out that Adult Swim is 20 years old.
Yep.
Maybe like I'm 11. I'm like, didn't realize it was that old.
I remember when Cartoon Network came out.
Ah, fuck, so do I. Back when they only had, like, what was it, 12 hours of programming? So they just repeated themselves in the afternoon.
Yep. It was like almost all Hanna-Barbera.
And, like, Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And then, oh, did you see the, I actually saw this, like, on TV. Like, I was out of town. And because we didn't have cable at the time, and I was watching Cartoon Network, and they had this episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, where he had a bunch of, animators on like a quiz show or something, or have some kind of contest. Decide who gets to show their cartoon. The guy who won was, I think it was Genndy Tartakovsky, pilot for first time they ever showed.
The old What a Cartoon?
It wasn't what a cartoon. It was literally just like an episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Oh.
It's false helmets.
Shit, I'm old enough to remember when Sci-Fi Channel was almost on air and you had like this weird channel that was just like a Saturn logo, like oscillating in different colors with a countdown timer.
This is the last trial of sentencing. After this, we can do the second level. Sink. Oh my god, it's still eating me! Oh god!
Made it.
Excuse me. Cheater. That was not where it's supposed to go. Okay. This is actually really hard to do. Like vague intonations.
I ended up getting cereal. You did it.
Coward. You could have done both. You could have been a hero.
I'm not gonna eat both of them. I'm not that hungry. We'll see. It depends on how hungry I get later on for movie night. Maybe that's happening.
That might have to be put off a night or two.
Oh no.
Slappy.
I'm Slippy, and Specs is not going to be around.
Damn.
It'll just be like us. So
Just promised kick ass.
cereal made of cake.
I don't think I've ever seen beginning to RoboCop.
I have.
We were supposed to do the original RoboCop on Sunday, but I took a nap and wound up sleeping for like 10 hours, so that went out the window. But yeah, it was the original RoboCop.
Yeah, so yeah, we did Star Trek 2009 and RoboCop. The plan was to do Star Trek Into Darkness and then up 2, I guess. So
Yeah.
like,
And then
split sequence.
yeah. And then the next week after that would be the third new Star Trek movie, and then RoboCop 2014, which is a really not great movie. But also we were doing Owl House and then the Marvel What If on Sunday night, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be. Oh, it's fine. We'll just move things around.
Yeah, that's fine. No rush. Zombie, you're gonna be level like 70 by the time you get to Act 8.
I was actually thinking of once I find a waypoint of going into lab number 2.
I've never heard of Redline.
Oh, Redline's good. I love it.
Oh, Redline! Oh yeah, I just watched
It's
it.
Yeah, it's an animated movie. It's really good. The English dub is really good. It's got Liam O'Brien and Patrick Setz in it. It's super good. We should add that to the movie watching list, honestly. If we do like an anime night or something.
Oh yeah, just throw it in the suggestions channel and I'll... Oh hey, the trailer for the Hawkeye Disney Plus is up.
Is that a series or a movie?
Series.
Oh yeah.
I think the premise is that he's training his daughter to take over for him.
Yeah, and it becomes Hawk Girl or something like that. I don't know. You better run. Yeah, and you killed both of them.
Burst?
I have no idea what that is.
Sacrifice.
You don't have to. It's not really worth doing in theory.
Yeah, what kind of cereal you get?
Probably not cereal. Yeah. You're allowed to type, Brent. It's okay. We just didn't know what you meant by burnst. What is burnst?
Saying burst. It's my goodness.
I've never heard of it. This is Burnst movie. Gurren Lagann was pretty good. It kind of went off the walls, batshit insane in the second half, but it was cool.
Oh, don't apologize for chatting too much. You can't chat too much. We love a chatty chat. Believe me, it gets real awkward real fast when like nothing happens. So this is amazing.
Cold resistance. So I got whoa! I got shitloads of cold resistance. What am I doing? Don't worry about that.
I mean, should you have cold resistance?
I mean, I've got more than my cap. I've got a cap of 75% resistance, and I'm at like 108 or something, and everything else is like in the same. Fiddling around with the drillers.
Yeah, so basically how resistances work in this game, when you're starting it on normal, there's no penalty. When you get to cruel, which is when you get the first Katava thing, you get a negative 30% penalty to all your resistances, including chaos. And then when you get to the end game, you get another 30 for 60. So you want to basically make it so all of your resistances are at least overcapped. Like 75 is the basic cap, and you want to make sure it's about 30 to 31 above that. So you typically want to have your resistances be about like 103 or 108 on that right side number, because whenever you get hit with an elemental weakness or like frostbite or whatever elemental curse it is, if you have that on, it'll basically just counter the effects. Like you'll have enough of a buffer there to not worry about it. I know that was very complex. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, it just needs some D-mana.
Don't get me started on that.
We already talked about stupid people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a stupid people story.
Well, I was gonna say, talking about that like goes into what my dad's been doing recently, where he's been listening to the Joe Rogan shit, and he was listening to him talk where he was like, oh, I was fine, and media said, oh, he took the dewormer thing. It's like, no, I took the regular version of it. It's like, okay, still good for you. And it's like my dad is very much into the ivermectin hype train, and I'm just like, God, he's not. He's the smartest idiot I know.
So I will die.
Do you have a freeze immune flask? Okay.
Even with your high cold resistance, that'll kill you.
Well, actually, that's a good point. Maybe I'll survive long.
Once you touch it, all the monsters will start attacking you. So you don't want to be near it, but you have to get near it to touch it. So.
Yeah, I could use my smoke. I don't think I
Hang on, do you have Wanderlust boots still? No. Okay, you're not immune to freeze. Never mind.
can.
Have fun dying. Throw a bunch of your totems down if there's.
I'm not up to that
Alright,
yet.
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, freezing you and then doing an ice nova is really dangerous in maps. Okay, Jay, what's your
You did it.
what's your story?
Well, like I said, it's not really my story. It's my mom's. She went in for some tests, and the nurse doing the test all of a sudden decided to open up and talk about their anti-vax views
Oh.
while testing my mom for various things.
Oh god. How can you be allowed to work in the medical field like that and also be anti-vax?
Detonation time.
Well, since it's Florida, I'm gonna guess that they're claiming some sort of religious belief.
Yeah. I do know people in the batshit insane religion. In fact, let me link you that video that
My mana is gone.
me and Zombie were watching last
Stay
night.
safe.
It's from Florida.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's like every batshit Facebook post you've read, except people actually saying it. It's amazing.
Is it all from that meeting in Palm Beach where they were just saying the stupidest shit?
It might be.
Ah,
There
there
you
you
go.
are. Ready to revisit the past?
Yes, it is. I know this. I know that. Yeah.
Okay.
uh,
Well, then here's
One
the
of
other
them-
one.
one of them was like, "I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear," and it's like, lady, stop.
Oh. That's
Ah,
disgusting.
there you are. Ready to revisit the past? The more you kill, the more you change my map. And the time to go.
The second one I linked to is the lady that's like, yeah, these vaccines cause magnetism because they stick stuff to their sweaty forehead and it sticks for like 2 seconds. Like, yeah, cool.
I've seen that. Yeah.
My favorite bit though is whenever she starts talking about it and this girl behind her just looking like, what? What the hell are you talking about?
Eyebrows all over the place.
Yeah. It's like that one image of Trump where like he's doing like 20 different expressions. And he does his tongue out like that at one point. Just like a fucking like a tech demo.
I'm still waiting to turn into an alligator. Me too.
Yeah. Why don't we get the cool vaccines? What was that stuff
Like,
called
na-
in TMNT? The ooze?
The ooze.
Yes.
Why don't we get injected with that?
You've decided to keep the architect of the breach alive.
Oh yeah, the weapon. And the smuggler stash. To the left. Look on the minimap. Whoa.
Kind
Those
of
are kinda
on
like
the
that.
subject. I have insomnia a lot, so like a lot of the times when I can't sleep, I start watching those Karen compilations, which for some reason is like crack cocaine to me. Oh no, but it keeps me from just laying there and staring into oblivion.
Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past?
I can't watch too many of those Karen
The more
videos in
you
a row.
kill,
It makes
the
my blood
more you
pressure go
change
up.
my map. And the closer we get to finding
Oh no, I don't watch the ones where they're just like,
Time to go.
you know, they're getting their point across and nothing happens. No, I watch the ones where there's, you know, justice
Justice.
served.
Oh hell yeah, I gotta see some of those.
Also, bad driving videos. I don't know
Oh,
why.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
I think I got the architect.
Jenny Sharp Muffin
Without
has
a rival,
perished.
Charlotte's shorter step on his recruitment efforts. Not a problem for you, I'm sure.
Just to watch AGDQ or SGDQ. Said I was gonna do Labyrinth. Oh, it's a big puppy.
You ever see that video of the deaf dog that tries to bark?
I might have.
It barely makes a sound. It's just kind of emulating the mouth movements of other dogs because it's seen other dogs do it.
Yeah.
Turn away the tyrant's face.
I've seen the opposite of that. Deaf cat that just screams because it.
When you try to control.
Or the cat was a damaged voice box, so it's like super bassy. Meow.
Sin.
Wait, is that what that was? I thought it was just like a video of like a guy like with a pitched down voice meowing over his cat. Was it actually like a cat with like a voice that deep?
Yeah, it had something wrong with its vocal cords or whatever, and
It's just
go like that. Don't forget to go back to town. They get a passive from killing Roost. Yeah, get your point. Talk to the guy sitting down.
You truly are
a hero worthy of a.
What? Keep your wits about you.
What you tell me of Silk, this I understand.
Stay a while and go
I do
away.
not want to. I have spent many nights pondering.
Yeah, and don't talk to Helena because she just gives you a thing. She's like, go put this on a shrine. She doesn't give you anything good for it. She's stupid. Yeah, give it a try. It's only the Cruel Lab. It can't hurt you that bad. This one should be your Mirage Archers, where they're not attached to you.
Yeah.
You have to click the door.
I did.
Well, good. Also, fun fact, if you click the waypoint there, you don't have to go back to Sarn every time you want to go in here. You can just, on the right side of the hand there, you see the little, yeah, see that? You can travel to it from your hideout. Yep. That's why you get the waypoint.
Justice is a snail.
Justice is like a snail crawling against the wall of humanity. Where it goes, we never know. Honey bunches of snails. That's perfect for me and my dietary needs. From the makers of the Butterfield diet comes the snail and crunch diet. All you have to do is take handfuls of snails and put them in your mouth. the newest cereal, Snail Crunch. It's perfect.
Escargot? I have not. done my
Escargot.
to-do list. I don't think I'll like it because I'm really adverse to slimy textures.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to like.
Like I can't eat mochi.
I don't know what's in it.
Oh, you can eat mochi?
It's just an instant gag reflex for me.
Oh.
Not the flavor, just the mouthfeel of the thing.
The weary traveler draws close.
Don't
to the
forget
end
to
of
click the
path.
crafting recipe. To the left. Recipe. There's one in each labyrinth. Wow.
I hear they're basically like scallops, and I love scallops.
Scalps?
Like scalps.
Why are you eating scalps?
Still here.
Oh, gross. I remember there being like that.
Oh.
Oh, damn, you got slapped.
Yeah.
Let me see what they are real quick. Hang on.
They're bad. Don't look.
Press C. I want to see what they are.
Bad.
Press defenses.
I'm-
Oh my god, you went into the lab with that. Oh my god. No wonder you got one hit.
I told you.
I'm sorry.
Extra fancy big scallops. I've had scallops, which are delicious. I don't.
These are the best
know of
scallops
extra
we can
fancy
come up
ones.
with. We shot it with a growth ray and they nearly exploded.
Into the most
But they look pretty good and I like eating them. Now I'm just doing a combination of Trump and the Butterfield guy.
I know.
I've mismatched the voices
I
completely.
greet you.
Do Trump saying Saturday is treat day.
And let me tell you, Saturday is treat day. It just sounds like the Butterfield guy. Oh my god. I fucked it up. One glass of water, room temperature. Then you eat a bean. Another glass of water, cold. And then Saturday for 24 hours you can eat anything you want. Because Saturday is treat day. I'm just experimenting with voices now, this is cool.
It's just like you gave Trump a fake English accent.
Yeah, I mean, we just exported Trump somewhere else and they're like, it's your problem now.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, if only. Because now that I've got the Butterfield guy on my mind, I'm just combining the two voices in my head. That's like how the Animaniacs did their thing, like the guy that plays Wacko,
True to
he's
you.
just doing like a Ringo Starr voice, but like adding some extra
Yeah.
stuff onto it, so.
Do a
That's
podcast where Trump is just reading a menu from a restaurant and assuming if it's good or bad.
Oh, that could be like a bit or something. Yeah. We do like
Next time
a,
we do Cooking Simulator.
yeah. Let me tell you, my favorite type of fusilli is the one that's waterboarded in oil. It tastes so good when it slides down my slimy gullet.
my slimy go.
It makes me feel like a slug. I jiggle with glee. I can't do this. I can't do this. Well, you may have missed the stream, but it is on the YouTube channel, so you can watch the VOD there.
Absolutely. And I think the VOD's still on Twitch too. And
Yeah.
it was a hell of a good time. I hadn't laughed that hard in ages.
Cooking Simulator is the only game where you can stick your hand in a boiling pot of water and pull out noodle one at a time and serve it and get a 5-star rating.
6 noodles in toilet water.
Yeah, it's like,
Uh,
and like the picture shows it dry with no water at all, and you just pour the stuff on it. You're like, oh yeah, 5 stars. It's like, what?
yeah. If you're not subbed to it or can't find it, there's a link to it just down below on our main page if you're watching there.
Yeah.
Or
They said there's
you can
some to it.
search. Yeah. Well, it's for other people in the stream.
I know. I'm sorry. I've taken your advertisement and I threw it in the trash. I said, no, you can't do this. You can't go down to the bottom of the page and click on the link to go to the YouTube channel. You can't click on the bell to get notified whenever they upload. That's crazy. Who would do that? I would.
You know the sad thing about setting up with YouTube? To get like a channel name, because like right now we're just like a random bunch of letters and numbers. To get
Yeah.
a channel name, you have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Oh. Damn. That must be something new, because I was able to keep mine as Grunt of Action. I don't have that many subscribers.
One less twisted.
Like if you type in youtube.com/gruntofaction, it works.
Well, I don't have any videos uploaded, so it wouldn't. I took all my videos
Yes.
down.
There's an Asmeri shrine.
Don't take it! Just close it out! Don't take
No.
the amulet!
No.
Oh, you've angered
Travel to you,
me!
Savior.
Oh shit, it works.
Sorry.
Look at
Oh,
this
wait,
chaos
so-
resistance.
Wow, no movement speed at all. So good. Those boots are the best I've ever
Hey,
seen.
mine don't have. Look. I just needed something with 2 red legs.
I
Grab
just
the
need
first
something
leg.
with 2 red
Hey,
legs.
Hey, and now I have something with extra chaos resistance and also cold resistance, which I do.
This will be really good against the boss that doesn't do chaos damage. No, I'm joking. That will help you against.
I
Look, that
got
will.
a chaos resistance ring, but I also got.
Yeah.
This is all the lightning resistance.
No,
I
you're
have.
fine. You're fine.
This is
The
all
boots
I
are
have.
good. Just put the new boots on it. Shut up.
I am.
Okay. Don't know. Put on the boots on. The chaos resistance will help you against the spider bitch.
I have enough intelligence.
Damn, dumb cat.
Good thing I didn't toss these boots.
Well, no. Here's what you do. Hang on. What's with your intelligence? Like, is it just the gem?
It's for
What's with the gem? Wither. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. You gotta put it. You gotta get intelligence over. Press P. You need 13 more intelligence. Do you have a spare passive to put somewhere? You could temporarily put it if you can manage to get to the next level without it. You can put one of them in that 30 intelligence thing, in that crossroad there. No, to the right. Right there in the middle. Middle of the screen. You see the little blue dot? Yeah. Just get that, and that'll help you.
Yes.
Melting.
I think he
Yes.
was.
This game.
No, you can't wear those boots.
I'm no fool, but this one's
How
got
the
me beat.
fuck does you?
Take the jewels. Take the gem out. Take the gem out. Now put the boots on. Now put the gem in. Jesus. It's like a puzzle game. You have to put all the pieces in. It's very weird. Because you're supposed to go to the stupid shrine. You shouldn't have done it, but you did it anyway.
Well, look, you said not to do it, and then I did it anyway, and I got some cool boots that I can't use yet.
Yeah, because that's from another quest. But then if you keep talking to her, she gives you the necklace, and she's like, "Go to this place because I'm too lazy to walk."
You didn't say that. You said
I
don't
did.
talk to her. She's gonna give you something that's stupid. So I did it anyway, just to see.
Yeah.
I got a really cool pair of boots out of it.
And then you got the stupid thing that I warned you about. You idiot.
Hey, I like
I like doing chores for other people that don't know how to walk.
I like playing games like.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. You're allowed to be wrong.
Max as much as I want to.
You are. You are. Let's go over the definition of min-maxing. Because you are definitely maxed out for this area. You are not min-maxing. You are max-maxing currently.
Well, hey, you were also saying that you're only doing labyrinth and should be fine.
Yeah, because I didn't know what your resistances were. I assumed they were capped for your current area. I didn't know they were almost negative. Each percent of resistance helps you a lot. Oh, are you not going to get the passive point from killing the boss to the left?
To the left.
There's a side area here. You got to get the fireflies and then kill the boss there for a passive. Sorry, I thought you knew.
I'm not up to that just yet.
You need to get the fireflies to progress. There's a shrine. They're in the dread thicket. You got to get there. It's in the side area of the area you're currently in. And now you can put this thing on the shrine. There you go. You did the dumb quest, and a bunch of guys pop up to kill you. Okay, press tab.
Corrupted creature.
When you're not busy, I mean. Go to the bottom left there, and there'll probably be a door. See right there, the big orange thing. You gotta go in there. Is this a song you sing when you're annoyed at me?
It's a song I sing when I don't.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
that's just Zombie's default song. I think that's just the sound that plays in his head.
Okay, so now you're gonna see a bunch of exclamation points. You gotta go up to them, click them, and then pick up the fireflies. Oh my god, that one exploded. What did you do? You picked it up on a rampage like habit. It looked like it detonated. No! Don't viciously destroy the fireflies.
I wonder why that one did explode.
No, it was just perfectly timed. Whenever he started killing enemies, it caused the rampage thing. It was completely unrelated, but it was timed so perfectly. Oh god, you hit an abyss.
I need
That's-
those eventually.
That's what I am tonight.
Yeah,
Oh, but regret.
still going.
Or but regret.
You know what's scientists are dumb. 'Cause they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you got the mantle and you got the crust. No, they forgot about the enemy layer.
Oh yeah, they forgot about the azurite mine that's underneath
Yeah.
the earth everywhere.
Some troves that are everywhere.
Yeah.
I have all these swords.
Swords? That's the rampage thing, yeah, summon swords. Alright, I'm gonna do a test real quick. Does this come across?
Yes.
Okay, whenever you beat the boss, I'm gonna have something to do. Be prepared. You gotta pick up all the fireflies first, and then go for the boss.
Firefly is different.
Yeah, they have different words on them, but they're also like different frame animations. If you put them all in a line, you can make it look like it's flying through the air. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool.
Flip looking? Gee.
Yeah, kinda. You gotta put them all lined up together though. It doesn't automatically do it, but it kinda looks like it. If you get all of them, you gotta get all of them. There's like 8 of them.
There's 8! I thought there were only 5.
No, once it says quest completed, like that's when you've gotten all the fireflies. You gotta get more of them. Well then, you better hurry up. Because if you'll be old by then, they'll be dead by then, and you don't want that. You don't want more fireflies exploding, do you? No, you don't. God, I could just hear that in like a presidential thing. Let me tell you, the best thing we ever did was inject nitroglycerin into fireflies. They're so much cooler now when they crash into cars.
I just...
What's up?
I still just can't believe it.
Do not get me started. I'm gonna start ranting about Rigby in that voice now. I
Yeah,
just
the
don't
president,
like
if you
Rigby.
don't like Rigby, no one's gonna vote for you if you don't like Rigby.
Fuck
You're
you.
like, I can't trust somebody who doesn't like Rigby.
I don't like Rigby from regular show, okay? He's tiny, he has one ass cheek, the other one is punched in, it's terrible. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay, there.
You're being Trump. You're making fun of the guy with a disability.
No! Oh my god, you're right.
Oh,
I'm awful. I can't believe it. Okay, now you gotta go to that orange thing in the ground. We're gonna get off that subject real quick.
no.
Go to that orange hole in the ground. Oh no. Now that you've said that, I have to be really positive when I talk about Rigby and Trump's voice. I'm actually a big fan of the guy. I've always loved him. Every episode he's ever been in. So good. Alright, now you gotta kill this boss. Then I'll be ready to play the musical sting. Oh, you're killing him fast. Oh fuck. He did it.
Rough call.
You're welcome.
Thus I release you from motherhood's rage.
Oh yeah, that was the mother. You killed a
The
mother bear.
tragedy is
No, it's a stylophone. It's very similar to an automaton, but instead of squeezing it and having it go like, you drag a stylus across the thing and it goes like this. So, this is a song for my career.
It's like an automaton, except it doesn't think for itself.
Yeah, Automa 1. Automa 2. Automa you! We can do that. Go take requests. It depends on if Jay wants me to keep playing this thing over the microphone.
It's not loud.
Do whatever you want.
Okay, I will take a request if I know how to play it. If I don't, I will approximate what it sounds like. Just press tab.
I mean, my question.
Oh, Megalovania, I could do that for you. Hang on, no, it's...
So, fare you well.
You are like the frog.
There you go, it's the first and last couple notes of Megalovania.
So overcompensated.
There you go.
I have failed.
You did it. You got an amulet.
No wonder I got so much cold resistance. It says 75%.
Oh god. Okay. Go for... Hang on, look at the amulet there. Go for the one that has, strength and intelligence, I guess.
Oh, yeah, strength.
Because you get dex, you get a lot of dex. So if you get the strength and intelligence one, it'll be more than the all. And you might get lucky.
Journey well.
Alright, now I
Take this
do.
off. Some blood, it's whatever.
Fire, life, intelligence, and strength. Oh, that's good, actually. That'll help you. Now you don't. Now you can put those other boots on.
Oops.
Oh yeah. So I actually know how to play it on here. There's, it's either Legion or Blight. There's a theme that plays whenever you're fighting enemies. It's really cool. It's like this. It goes. No, it's. No, it's. Fuck. I almost had it. It goes. Yeah, it's that one. And then I think that's the Blight theme song, and then the Legion one is similar.
Let me tell your future.
Oh no!
Hey,
Post!
Toby,
Gift to the sub.
Gift sub. Thank you, Rook.
Gift sub alert!
Enjoy your gift sub.
Oh fuck, no, that was wrong.
Ruby got it. Not Ruby. Okay, I see. I don't know how to read.
Nice. I just have to play more music and then people will sub, okay. Hooray, subs.
Ah.
Sorry. Is that how it works? What if I played Kraid's Lair from Metroid?
Quote unquote music. Oh yeah, Metroid Dread comes out soonish, right?
Yep. October.
October.
I don't know when.
Metroid. Ow.
Local.
October 8th.
Need your aid.
There you go. Yeah. It's the only Metroid song I know how to play is Kraid theme. It makes sense because he's like a fat dragon thing. What? I was gonna say that. That sounds like a
Metroid
ringtone.
2.
What song is that?
It's that's the song that plays on the elevator transitions and.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Frog.
There you go. There's the Metroid elevator. Wow.
Hurry, there are monsters about.
Yeah, there's monsters all over the place, buddy. Thanks for telling me.
They don't attack me.
Yeah. Hey, Adrian, hurry up, there's monsters about. Adrian! There's monsters! Get rid of them!
My mana is gone.
Rocky, you can just punch the monsters! Oh yeah, I forgot. He just fucking punches them. What?
No, I thought you were doing like a Rocky and Bull. Except Rocky
No!
and I guess they both.
I mean, that could work, I guess. But Rocky would still be... No, Rocky would be the squirrel and Bullwinkle's the bull. Bullwinkle's like, hey, Rocky! Like that.
That's why.
And Rocky was always like, gee, Bullwinkle, this sure sounds dangerous! Yeah, I was doing a Rocky Balboa thing. I was trying to do that one guy's voice that I don't know how to... I don't remember his name. Bull. Hey, Rocky! Who are you? I will punch you in the face. Yeah, I'm doing another dimension, Rocky. Oh, gee, that's really interesting. Adrian! Did somebody call Adrian? Who the hell are you? You're not my wife. I'm Adrian.
Like how your Bullwinkle is just like.
Sounds like fucking.
It's like a generic Hanna-Barbera. You're like.
Yeah, it's not even actually Bullwinkle. It sounds like fucking Yogi Bear more than anything. Hey, Rocky, it's me.
I'm the new Bullwinkle.
I'm the new Bullwinkle. They put headless on me. It's crazy. And now you're Jewish too? Alright, forget about it.
Wait, what?
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Everything is melding in my mind. My brain is collapsing in on itself. I'm dying. Help. I'm just gonna stick to doing the voices I'm good at. just do impressions of YouTubers. Just go like this. Just go, hey everyone, it's Critical. Today I'm gonna be doing a deep voice and reviewing food. Alright, let's do this. All you have to do to be critical is just do it in monotone voice. If you're doing a stereotypical one, yeah, but he's actually branched out and he actually does a lot more stuff whenever he's doing things. Brutal Moose? I don't even know what he sounds like, really. I can't just do impressions of YouTubers, not unless they have like a really eccentric voice, like fucking Jacksepticeye Tank. I could do his voice. You know, because he just goes, top of the water to you! He screams it really loudly.
He doesn't actually do that anymore.
I know, he used to though. I'm just saying, I can only do the stereotypical YouTube things that they used to do. Jacksepticeye circa 2012 was like, top of the water to you, my name's Jacksepticeye! And now he's like, hey everyone, it's me, Jack. I'm depressed. That's the joke. Anyway, we're gonna play a video game.
It's not fair, but yeah.
I know. That's mean. I wasn't trying to be mean, but I just fucked up the voice. Jack's a cool dude. I'll say that to clear it up. Let me say, Jacksepticeye is one of the nicest YouTubers I've ever met, and I've not met any. But he's still pretty cool.
Ziploc met version response.
Oh, really? That's cool. No, not Jack Rubia. No, that's his little brother. Oh no, that's mean. That's kind of neat though. I've never really met anyone famous outside of conventions where they're normally supposed to show up at, you know.
Supposed to.
Well, I mean, like, they're scheduled to be there, you know. I've never, like, around here, I've never just met like a celebrity because I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so you don't expect to run into anyone famous. The fanciest
Yeah.
person around here is this random guy that drives around in a Ferrari, and there's only one in our town, so he's hot shit. Where the hell are you supposed to go in this map? I think you're supposed to go to the left. You see down to the left there? Yeah, that tiny blue, I think it loops around. These side areas are awful. Yeah, there's like 5 Porsches in our town and 1 Ferrari. I've not seen any other fancier vehicles. But we, you know, we have a big lake and there's very expensive houses up there, so.
I'm in a weird spot where I live in a very big town, so like almost everybody is just driving like massive trucks.
Oh no.
But I'm also like in between like Seattle and like literally everywhere else. So if I'm on the freeway, I'll start to see like Teslas and stuff.
Oh god. So you live in Big Truckville. Oh, you got mirrored rings. Oh no, they're both have the same name, but they're different. That's cool.
Fire and cold and lightning.
Well no, if you look at the bottom ones, they have different but they're the same name. You could sell those both for a chance orb, which is kind of cool. Yeah, really. Vol Blade Vortex is pretty good too. You might want to grab that. Yeah, usually you can sell mirrored rare items for a chance orb, but if you get ones like that with the same name, you can also vendor them for a chance orb. Yeah. That's why if you get the Calandra craft thing and you get those 4 mirrored items or whatever, if you sell 2 of them, you get a chance orb. If you sell 3 of them, you get a you get an alchemy orb.
Hell, this is really good.
Yeah. The only vehicles around here are very loud trucks and also a shit ton of lawn mowing companies because apparently that's on the rise because people don't want to go outside. And there's this one guy that always parks in our yard when he's cutting the person's lawn across the street from us. And I always stare at him and he just waves and I have to wave back because that's a nice thing to do.
I have to wave back because it's the nice thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, if you don't wave back at people, they get mad at you and you don't want it. You don't want to see them mad. God, don't die. Yeah, it is a lot. If you don't wave back when someone waves to you, you have to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Yeah, don't forget that. There you go. That's your another passive for this. I don't think you have any more passives to worry about. If you want to double check though, press enter. Type /passives. And it'll tell you all the ones that you've gotten or missed. You've gotten all of them so far. So, if you press enter, you can scroll up. And scroll up. There you go. 2 total ascendancies. 74 total passive skills. 15 from skills from quests. Yeah, isn't that neat? Yep. If you ever want to compare it, there are 22 skill things from quests, and if you get the bandits, it goes up to 24. You're actually nearing the last boss of the act, but there is a waypoint before you get there. Because it's 11:11, and I don't know when you guys are.
Yeah, I was thinking of wrapping it up pretty soon, like next week.
Yeah, there is a waypoint here, but it might take a bit to get to because it's a maze. Got another one for you if you want to do it. Or not. Okay, bye. See you later. I'll just be here.
He just looks at nothing and goes, "We're best friends."
He's like this little skull on like a totem pole. Yeah, I love that Exile. We're best friends. We always do fun stuff together, but not today. He's busy. She's busy. Whatever. I'm not lonely. You're lonely, skull.
I
What's your
remember
problem?
that, Janda. That's how good friends we are.
Yeah. I've actually had one conversation with her once. It didn't end well.
I'm still scarred.
She said, "Crikey, mate," and slapped me. Up there she is. Up there she goes again. All right. See you later, lady. I'll never forget Jenny Shot Muffin. That's a fucking name. I hate your names. I have to say them out loud and I hate them. I just imagine the NPCs in this game like having to say them. We meet again, shotty poopy man. Why did I just say that? What is wrong with me? Anyway, die, and then they fight you. And then they get defeated. They're like, how could I have died from such a miscreant named this? Why?
That'd be a great addition to the game. Some sort of like self-realization code in the AI.
Yeah. Well, they tried that with like Fallout. If you selected certain names, your little Codsword guy would say your character's name instead of just going "Sir" or "Mom." You'd be like,
Yeah.
"Master so and so, Master Bruce." Like it would just be like it was done in such a way that it felt like it was like a cutaway thing. So they'd have a completely different Candace when they were talking. So they'd be like, they'd be like, Master Bruce, I can't find him anywhere. What's going on? It's like, okay.
But yeah, they did like 400 names. You can into so much.
I know, but
Yeah.
it was a cool thing. But they should have kept that kind of thing to something that's gonna keep its voice the same way. So be like, Master Zombie, have you seen so and so? Oh no, she's gone. Like that. They could have done something like that instead of just being like, Master Bibbly-Bop. Oh!
What was that voice?
I don't know.
Holy
Cause we're short circuiting. Sorry. So sometimes I turn into a steamboat. It happens. Oh no, she turned into Firefox. Oh fuck. Look, she burned it. That's her persona.
Skull.
Yeah. Next time on Path of Exile, we fight a giant spider bitch.
Oh, Brent. Oh, Brent.
We're nothing without viewers like you, Brent. And spewers.
Spewers like you.
that should be like a Halloween thing, like if they do like a PBS parody. Funded by spewers like you. And then brings out ghouls and stuff on there.
I kind of blanked for a second, and it's just like I started thinking about what you're saying, and I'm like,
I don't know. Oh, Brent says we should raid Cooper. What is Cooper up to?
oh, is he? Oh shit, is he finally streaming? Awesome.
He's playing Battlefield.
He had some problems getting up and running for a while. Yeah, let's definitely.
Yeah,
do that.
we'll raid Cooper.
Yeah.
I'll do the ending for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you everyone for spending your evening with us. Special thanks to our subscribers scrolling on screen right now. Couldn't do what we do without your support, quite literally. If you haven't already, please give us a follow here and on Twitter at TeamRetroFox. Check out our YouTube link down below. Extracted by Clip. And we will see you tomorrow for some Dark Souls with crowd control. But for now, stick around to check out Cooper, who's playing a game.
Playing Battlefield.
Ouch.
And remember,
Good
everyone,
night, everybody.
Monday is Battlefield Day. That will be a raid message.
That's right.
Monday is Battlefield Day.